Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Hello and welcome back to NGS Storm Division. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am joined by Epic Player. How you doing tonight, Epic?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Glad to have you, bud. We're for Storm Division tonight. It's going to be Baby Makers versus Baby Diamond Hands in a best of 5. Getting the big baby match out of the way here in week 1. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. We got a lot of recognizable names here in the lobby today.
Yeah, got some Diamond Hand boys that have been playing through the Storm Division qualifiers, and we got the other baby team.
Baby Makers did qualify through the winning the Heroic Division last season, which does guarantee you a spot in Storm Division here. So that's why you didn't see them through the qualifiers. Baby Diamond Hands, we've seen them through HRCS. We saw them in a lot of our Storm Div qualifiers, and now we get to see them here today. Fantastic stuff.
Should make this match pretty interesting, because I mean these teams haven't really faced each other, because we haven't seen Baby Makers in Storm Div qualifiers, as they had already qualified, and they haven't been playing in HRCS as one of their players is a CCL member. So should be a pretty interesting matchup, since these teams haven't faced off before unless they've scrimmed each other.
It's possible they've done some scrims on the side, but this will be the first big showcase. Epic Player's screen is showing Discord. That's my fault. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Greetings.
Thanks, Linehouse. Hello, Shadra. Hello, everyone. We're just waiting on our 10th player before we get started here. While we've got a moment, we'll take you over to the map select screen just to let you know what the state of the series is. Dragonshire and Sky Temple were banned away here by Baby Makers. Baby Diamond Hands has removed Braxis Holdout and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And we're going to be starting things off here on Alterac Pass. It looks like our 10th player is probably getting a version mismatch problem, but I'm sure they'll be in just a moment.
Yeah, I had that issue when I tried to log in today too. And it's been going on for ever since the patch, actually. So.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no way to know when it's triggered and no way to fix it. You just kind of try a couple times and then it gets you in. So
yeah, hopefully
we're not waiting too long here.
Spam login and pray it works.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. But until then, we hang out with the chat a little bit. Classic 30-second delay chat hangout. That's what we do here when we're casting. Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't actually get to catch any of the Miami land today. Did you see much of it, Epic Player?
I think I saw one series. I saw Diamond Hands against Big Push Power.
Okay.
That's the only series I managed to catch. I didn't watch a whole lot of it today. I was doing other stuff, just playing some video games, watching anime.
Nice. I had my end of season pool tournament today, so I'm going to have to catch up on the VODs to see what's been going down. I've just been seeing all the selfies and all the updates on Twitter all day long. Looks like everyone's having a pretty good time down there.
Yeah. Yeah, lands are fun when you're able to go to them. Hopefully we can. Hopefully can get some CCL lands now that Wisdom has their studio in Mall of America.
Well, that was the big thing, right? Is they were supposed to get this spot. I'm surprised. I would honestly be surprised if it's set up for Season 4, but at the rate at which they seem to be building that studio, they might have it. It might be something that we have.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe the playoffs for Season 4 of CCL will be there. That'd be really sick, honestly.
Looking forward to more info on that. Looks like our 10th player, Rebecca, has joined the lobby. I'll let them know that the casters are ready to go. Be able to jump into our first draft here on Alterac Pass. Mundane Zebra has summoned Goose. Is Goose in the area? Goose is not in the area.
Unlucky.
We'll wait for the draft to start, and then I'll see if he's right outside. If not, we'll get him after the series, or after this game.
Yeah, we'll see what these teams want to prioritize in the draft. Usually you're looking at, for the tank role, you're looking at Johanna and Noob for picks or bans. Johanna's still really strong. I'm not sure how she didn't get nerfed this last patch. Kind of insane, honestly. And Noob just really good because you can solo cap the objective with the beetles. And then should also see some priority onto some heroes to take camp, so things like Hogger, Greymane. Junkrat actually takes it really fast too, and it's all objective. So maybe Junkrat.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some priority onto Stitch's Junkrat bans, especially against certain teams that tend to run it. But just being able to delay the objective as Junkrat is really, really nice. And like you said, very good camp clear. Just auto attacks and Qs splashing onto all 3 minions all the time is pretty good here.
Yeah,
Baby
people
Makers must
don't
open
really
up.
think of Junkrat as a camp taker, but on maps like this and actually on Towers of Doom can also take camps really quickly on that map too. Splash damage, OP.
So
You see
Baby
the
Maker's
Johanna
actually
ban.
opening up with the Johanna ban here. Usually when you're with first pick, you feel like, you know, you've got some flexibility in your ban strategy. Maybe they've just decided Johanna's not part of their practice, not part of their game plan, so they're just going to ban it first.
Yeah, usually you would want the other team to ban Johanna, but maybe they have different priorities for their first pick here.
Maiev going to be the response ban from Baby Diamond Hands. Maiev just kind of good wave clear in general, good secondary engage. Maybe something that Baby Diamond Hands has scouted out here.
Yeah,
from
Deadwish
Baby
is
Makers.
a really big Maiev player. I know Deadwish plays a lot of Maiev, so some good scouting coming out of Diamond Hands here.
Stukov actually going to be banned away by Baby Makers. I've actually been seeing those two heroes banned from second pick so far this week. So I wonder if we're still going to see the Rhaegar ban here. That would leave Hogger up.
I don't think Rhaegar. I think Rhaegar got nerfed too hard. I don't think he should get banned. See the Lucio ban.
Interesting.
Yeah, Johanna Stukov bans from Baby Makers is a little weird. Those are both heroes that you would definitely want to first pick, but I guess Baby Makers just has a different priority on what they're looking for on the map first pick, and they don't want to leave it open for Baby Diamond Hands to pick on the second pick.
They're going to open up with the Junkrat. Lupus locking that in here for Baby Makers. Solid choice. See what Baby Diamond Hands has in response here. I feel like Hogger is such a high priority because of that back camp. There it is. Casper going to lock it in.
Lunara as well.
Ryokai, bit of a Lunara specialist. Coming on back to help out Baby Diamond Hands tonight. See if the Stitches is in the cards here for Baby Makers. It's often paired with the Junkrat.
Yeah,
Uberak,
they
like you were
could
talking
here
about
if they
earlier,
want
is
it,
a-
or
is
they
an
could
option.
be saving it for later. And also, yeah, Junkrat isn't.
How about going for the Blaze here? Nice to have a cross from Hogger. The two of them oppose a lot of the time. Deadwish going for the Falstad, so blocking that global in early on the side of Baby Makers gets both of their damage options on the table before the mid ban. So, Baby Diamond Hands, they could look to control the tank options here. Interested to see what they want to remove from this spot. They are going to take out that Rhaegar, since Baby Makers is yet to choose their healer. What do you think Baby Makers is looking to ban here with this setup?
I'm not sure. Go with the Diablo.
The Diablo. Okay, I mean, if Diablo gets back onto Junkrat or Falstad, that would be pretty disastrous, so...
Yeah, they do have a bit of a rough time killing Diablo with their current lineup. They would have to do something maybe like a Garrosh Charism or something a bit too weird and doesn't pair well with the rest of their comp in order to kill Diablo. So I like the ban.
The Giblets responding with a global, getting the Brightwing in there, and Simply DK is going to lock the Anubarak. Just a lot of strong heroes on the side of Baby Diamond Hands right now.
Yeah, I like that rotation from Baby Diamond Hands. A noob really strong on the map, and is with the Diablo ban is the best tank available, and the Brightwing's a global to match the Falstad, so Baby Maker shouldn't be getting too much more global value than Baby Diamond Hands here.
Last 2 picks coming on through. We'll see what the healer's going to be. Going to be a material tank for Quebeco, and
Ethereal Monk.
Cheeky's going for that Kerosene. Okay. I was expecting a little bit more CC to follow up on the Blaze, but they do, they've got decent zone control with this setup.
Yeah, it's a little strange with their backlines and team fights. I think if Baby Makers wants to win, they're gonna have to play more of a macro game. Have the Junkrat stalling while Tyrael, Kerosene, and Falstad push. So we'll see how Baby Diamond Hands chooses to respond to that. I think they should be able to D-push pretty well, especially with their triple front line. So they have 2 solo laners, so I do like the draft from Baby Diamond Hands more this game.
It does look pretty good. I like the double bruiser into the Tyrael Kerosene. Definitely puts some extra threat onto that back line here.
Yeah, I don't see Baby Makers winning a straight up 5v5 team fight. I think they have to really abuse the fact that they have the the Tyrael Monk Falstad and put a lot of pressure on the map. I think if they just try and do a straight up 5v5 team fight, they're gonna end up losing. So they have to draw the team of Baby Diamond Hands around the map.
Let's see how they do it. Game number 1 on the left in the blue, we have Baby Makers. Deadwish is on the Falstad, Quebeco on Tyrael, Lupus on the Junkrat, Marbuckle on Blaze, and Cheekies is on the Kerosene. Epic, who do we have on the right?
And on the right, we have Casper on Hogger, Vivanchi on Urel, McGiblets on the Brightwing, Simply DK on the Nubrak, and Ryokai on the Lunara.
Diamond Hands loading on in here for game number 1. Ager Bombs and User Squared, thank you very much for the follows so far. Hope you're enjoying the show as we get into game number 1 of our Storm Division best of 5 here. Looks like Urel hanging out on the bottom side for now, just in case there's an opportunity to engage, and there it is. Deadwish gonna get caught and knocked away, but mostly just to interrupt those rotations a little bit.
Yeah, Ryokai and Simply DK got about half a tower while Vivanchi sold their rotation.
Tyrael stepping up there, gonna force Lunara back for a moment. Looks like the teams are starting to get into their lanes. About 20 seconds till our first camp is ready and available. To see who's going to be in charge of that for both sides. Imagine we see just Hogger doing that solo for Baby Diamond Hands most of the time, and then, maybe a Junkrat Kerosene for Baby Makers. But we'll see who heads on back there. Hogger already getting ready here on the right, Casper ready to go, and there they go, Kerosene and Junkrat over on the left.
Yeah, Baby Maker is a little slow to start, so Casper should finish first.
Casper has the knockback on the left. Well, the clear wasn't as effective, and Baby Makers actually do get theirs out first with the help of that Junkrat. Very effective there.
Casper missed the spin angle, so he had a bit of a harder time doing it. Well, not harder, just slower.
Well, the camps will meet here in the center. No one's going to get an immediate siege advantage. We'll see if anyone can open one up for the next capture. The Simply DK takes a couple of hits here in the mid. Blaze still soaking the top side, and Junkrat's still on the bottom, and it looks like Baby Diamond Hands actually going to briefly converge as 5 here, just to try to help push in this wave. Did pretty well in the wave clear department. They might be able to get some work done on this wall.
Yeah, good rotations from Baby Diamond Hands here.
All already taking some damage. You see that armor shred going out onto the members of Baby Makers. Blaze looking to come on down, but Simply DK had the cutoff there. Decent chunk of damage onto the mid wall. Nothing that can't be salvaged.
They got about half of mid wall and half of bottom wall so far, so Baby Diamond Hands looking really good on the macro side. Got
Dead
camps
Wish.
coming up again in 15 seconds, so
See them likely head on back to that. Usually the checklist before the first objective is get the camp a second time, get your level 7s, and then maybe, if you feel like it, you go to the objective. Or you just wait for the camp to come up again.
yeah, it looks like Baby Makers is gonna be quite a bit ahead on this camp again.
Oh, Simply DK is using the Beatles here to get the channel. Sneaky bug here on the left, so Baby Diamond Hands getting a jump on this. Casper on the right is already getting that camp going. Baby Makers once again have picked up their Knolls slightly earlier. But an extra 9 seconds on this objective is kind of nice to just sort of pick that up for free.
Yeah, Baby Maker's in a bit of a rough spot here. They are losing on both the objective and the macro fronts here.
Camps are going to meet in the mid once
DK.
again. They don't quite have their 7s. DK once again with the channel. He's going to quickly get a stun there just to get a couple more seconds on the clock. And Baby Diamond Hands is just slowly marching their way to a possible first objective here. 7s are ready on both sides. Still about 45 seconds left on those back camps. So we'll see if there's any aggression coming on out from Baby Diamond Hands to move forward.
I think Baby Diamond Hands is safe to take this slow. They just have DK back capping it whenever he gets the chance. They seem to be winning on all 3 lanes on the macro front.
Yeah, Hogger and Falstad still dueling it away up top. Yeah, I mean, Baby Diamond Hands right now aren't really in a rush to move forward and pick up this objective. They've got the wave clear on their side. They've got the experience on their side here. It's really Baby Makers that are the ones who are forced to try to make a play. You see Hogger just waiting. That camp comes up and Casper's ready to go. Getting that spin all set. Junkrat can head on back to camp for Baby Makers. Get that going as well. And this is the Alterac pass that I just dread casting, because for the first while there's just not an awful lot going on.
Yeah, it's the camp is up, do camp. And there's not a whole lot else to do.
See a couple of Ryokai questions in the chat. Yes, Ryokai is subbing in today, and no, Ryokai is not playing Phoenix, and yes, that is unacceptable. There you go, Tin. Simply DK in the mid, thinking about an engage here, but right before level 10, we'll likely see Baby Diamond Hands just hang out here for a little bit, try to get a little bit of siege in with their null pack. It's about half a wave, and they should have their 10s. Might see them move forward with that.
They should be able to get this objective here with their 10s.
Simply DK stepping up. Cheeky's in the areas, making sure it's not an easy capture. 10s have come on through for Baby Makers as well. On the side of Baby Diamond Hands is Vivanche. Oh, Vivanche actually finishes the channel there. Quebeco looking to stall this out. Is going to get interrupted there by McGiblets. As long as a hero is holding this channel, the timer doesn't tick down, and the camp is going to be recaptured here. Simply DK forced to burrow charge on out as Junkrat got a good concussion mine. But still very measured, very cautious from the teams here. As Nubrag is actually caught by a trap, but not a lot of damage pressure to follow it up.
Yep, Hogger going to camp again.
Camp is up, so the fun must stop. Casper going to get that going. Baby Makers, trying to make a play here onto Simply DK, who managed to get this channel solo once again here. Cheeky's forced to cap the camp. Once again, McGiblets is in a tough spot. Going to be pushed back by the Riptire and will go down as first blood in the game. Baby Makers picking up that kill, and they might try to start this channel here on the right.
Yeah, good fly from Deadwish there. His team is really needing to get something done, because right now they're just slowly losing their lanes, so they really needed that fly to get something going with the 4v5.
Simply DK's looking to step forward and stop the channel. 22 seconds left here for Baby Makers to try to hold this point. Vivanche on the edge is making it a little bit difficult to step up. Hogger and Falstad are trying to deal with the mid, as the mid wall is taking a ton of damage. from that null pack that Baby Makers was not able to take in response. Casper getting hit with the 7-sided strike, almost taken down, but McGiblets had the phase shift to come on through for the save. Vivanche waiting on the edge to try to engage, but Baby Makers are actually going to be picking up the first objective of the game here, as both teams crest level 12.
And Baby Diamond Hand's got all of mid wall and a bit of the fort, so we need Baby
some
Maker.
Big damage there, but has the Eldruins to get back to safety. Here come the Riders. See what
I think
the
Baby
split
Makers is looking to at least get all of their walls. Not sure they get a fort with this first objective.
Getting some good pressure in the mid here. Wall's almost certainly going to be going down. Bottom lane, Arbuckle not really able to step up here versus McGiblets and Vivanche, so might not get all of this wall. Meanwhile, on the top side, wall is mostly taken down here as Casper looking to defend. It's like bottom wall, one tower was saved. Mid wall goes down. And yeah, a little bit of fort damage, but not a whole lot. Possible trouble in the mid here. Vivanche is caught in the 7-sided strike, is going to be repositioned with the Junkrat concussion mine. Vivanche trying to hold on to that ult as Quebeco is on the chase. Tyrael just can't put out enough damage to threaten Yrel in that spot. That camp is up, and there's Hogger again. So this is they're about to, Baby Diamond Hands is about to lap Baby Makers on this camp. See it in the Mercenary Experience Captured tab here.
Yeah, Baby Diamond Hands is doing a good job on their macro. They just need to be wary of that false dead fly and try not to get caught in a 4v5 again. Until that happened, they were pretty far ahead, but Deadwish on the false dad, realizing that he has to make something happen with this false dad fly, force 4v5s and push their advantage there. So you should look to do that again sometime with the next objective spawn.
Next objective should be showing up in the next minute or so. Next 30 seconds or so as we see it popping up there. Everyone in the chat is redeeming base what looks to be nearly a full workout here. I will say that squats are off today because I almost injured my calves this week, so we're not doing the squats, but we'll do everything else for you after this series. Prison camp's coming up here, still pretty even in XP, even in buildings. We'll see if we'll get our first big team fight over this prison camp.
Vivanche's starting the boss in the bot lane.
Look at that, Yrel trying to do a little solo boss action. As Deadwish is going to get the Gust back, but Casper, Lunara in the area. Big rotation coming on through. Shockwave going to finish off that kill. Now Baby Diamond Hands are just going to straight up push this bottom fort. Top fort being worked on by Baby Makers in response.
Yeah, as soon as Falstead got caught, they immediately went on that top fort, and Baby Diamond Hands, seeing them do that, say, instead of boss, we'll just take bottom fort. So, bit of a fort trade here.
Forts are traded away. Casper's doing a good job of delaying Marbuckle on this objective capture. As 16s are here for Baby Diamond Hands, they'd love to find a fight if they can. Marbuckle has the jet propulsion to get away, but Casper has company coming on through. Forces Blaze to use the bunker there to try to escape, and escape they will. That's a good cooldown forced out by Baby Diamond Hands as they look to move forward onto this prison camp. Polymorph coming on out on the side there. Very nice juggle. Quebeco manages to warp away. Casper trying to catch up. Sanctification is actually used solo. Can Tyrael get over the wall here? No, Tyrael is going to go down. Falstad cocooned in the back might be another casualty in this fight. Great stun train is going to be a double kill coming on out for Baby Diamond Hands. They are going to start their channel if they can, because Lupus is in the area warding this away.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Baby Makers play a little bit safer there, as Lupus is doing right now. That's what he was doing before. He was just stalling from over the wall. So Baby Makers didn't have to step up there.
Lupus did step up and try to delay as much as possible, but didn't respect the dive from Vivanche. Does go down here.
The rest of his team dead, and I mean, they have a Yrel who's not too scared to dive forts with that bonus physical armor.
Absolutely. Dauntless, after many a change, still the go-to talent on level 1.
I'd like to see Baby Maker start up that null camp to help defend over this objective camp. There you go, Cheeky's just starting it now.
Yep, so, tagging that camp. Otherwise, it does go away with this objective claimed. Baby Diamond Hands has pretty good pressure on the map. Falstad is pushing up bottom lane a little bit here. We'll see if Baby Makers can have all of their keeps still standing after this push.
Baby Maker's coming in here for a 4v5. Casper's still top.
Devanche is forced to pop the ult there. Ardent Defender getting Yrel back to full health. Mid lane mostly cleared away. Hogger is looking to take the top fort here. But here comes the objective. Gonna go up against this null camp. Baby Makers trying to step up and defend. So the wall is already damaged. Blaze and Hogger are going to duel it out in the top lane, looks like, as Falstad clears out the bot. So Baby Diamond Hands is fully committing to this mid-fort play. Only 3 on the defense here. We'll see if they can hold.
I think they should be able to get the keep here. Although Riptire does come out, maybe the Riptire can save it.
Riptire clearing away a good portion of the wave. Ryokai trying to get some poison onto the keep here. Simply DK's engaging. Quebeco very, very low. The cleansing dashes from Cheekies are good. Deadwish with a huge gust underneath the keep. Devanche is low and will be taken down here. Nice job by Marbuckle dropping the bunker to stay alive. So Baby Makers not only save their mid keep, but they pick up a kill in the process.
It will take more than that.
Yeah. Another good fly from Deadwish there. Or I didn't see if he flew, but I'm assuming he did there to get the gust.
Yeah, it looked like it. Looks like it's about to be a boss trade. Baby Maker's going to the bottom side. Baby Diamond Hands just getting the counter boss in the top lane. The boss on the top lane will be doing a little bit more, as it's going to be marching straight onto a keep, whereas the bottom lane still has to go through part of a wall and the entire fort. So we'll see if we get any extra pressure with this boss from Baby Makers, or if they're just forced to move back and defend.
Looks like they're opting to defend.
Junkrat on the back camp here. Hogger doing the same. Both teams are pretty close to their level 20s. Should have that by the time our next objective activates. It's Deadwish sticking around here in the bottom lane, trying to get as much value out of this boss as possible, but quickly barrel rolls once there's even a hint that someone is on the way, which is probably the call.
Yeah, even though he has Gust, a noob doesn't really care. A noob can just burrow charge and still get on him, so... Safe call to back away there.
Takes away half a wall before it is removed. Bottom lane boss might get pretty much the same value here, taking out the entire fort and most of the keep wall. The 20s have come on through for Baby Diamond Hands. They're looking for Lupus. Simply DK not quite in range for that one. But it looks like they're going to try to slow siege this mid keep down with their brief level 20 advantage.
Yep, they just have to be careful that they don't get gusted into the enemy base again.
Maybe fast siege, that was pretty good. Jumped right up there and got that keep down. Prison camps are activating here. Deadwish, ooh. Deadwish has been showing some pretty good map awareness there. Doing the split push, but not just staying out in lane, just pushing up, not being aware of where the enemy is. Nicely done. Oh, Ryokai could be in trouble here. There's the gust into the wall. There's the leaping strike, and McGiblet's coming in for the save as well. Lunara and Brightwing with enough teleports to move away from harm. Deadwish did get a nice catch there, but now they're turning it around. Lupus is pushed back in. There's the bunker. There's so many stuns, though. Oh, Junkrat gets in with a sliver of health, and Junkrat will fall. The grenades from the Junkrat death, though, are going to help in killing Hogger. Karazim is going to be the next to fall in this engage as a 2-for-1 for now for Baby Diamond Hands, and they're going to move forward and see if they can get some more riders out. Oh, look at the turnaround, though. Ooh, Vavace had a little bit of trouble. Nice sanctification coming on out from Tyrael. Is it going to be enough to get the crew on out? Ryokai on the chase. Will there be a leaping strike into the back? Angle wasn't quite right. Oh, the polymorph was just in time to save Lunara there.
Yeah, really good phase shift from the Giblets there, saving Ryokai. And the noob and Yrel are just punishing the backline. They were just stuck in that little corridor and they just got stun locked to death. Cubico trying to get the sync off when they were in that bush after the bunker got popped, but Baby Diamond Hands really good job of interrupting the sync. If that sync went off, I think Baby Diamond Hands might have been able to get team wiped there, so really good job interrupting the Tyrael sync.
Solid micro plays coming on out there for sure as Ryokai in the area. Thinking about moving over to that camp, but that camp is so protected that an invade is nearly impossible. Already one keep down as the Riders are also pushing into lanes that are pretty well... Wow, look at that wave bottom lane. That's crazy. Top lane is also past the half line here. So this is going to be a tough defense for Baby Makers.
Baby Maker sending Falstad to clear tops. They pretty much see all of Baby Diamond Hands, so...
Pushing through the bottom lane as 5. Baby Diamond Hands steps up. Riders not quite here yet, but they're trying to get as much of this wall down as they can. Falstad thinking about flying in. Looks like, just staying in the area, making sure to be ready to go as that top lane is a little quite on the edge of the range of that fly. Deadwish stepping up there. Augur is escorting the mid raider in as the bottom lane push continues. Vivanche was looking for something. Doesn't quite get it. Ryokai locked in. That poison is starting to do some work here, down past the half point. Blaze is dealing with the mid. The core is now starting to take a little bit of damage. Falstad looking at Augur on the top side, but Casper has the spin to get away. Bottom keep still in a lot of trouble here. Those cannonballs from Junkrat are doing a great job with the counter wave clear. Oh, Tyrael in trouble! Well, that's Urel in trouble. Has to pop the absorb, but gets back to half health. Deadwish trying to catch up here, looking for a gust play. Baby Makers is on the chase, but look at the retreat coming on out from Baby Diamond Hands. Very well executed. But it might not be done yet. Oh, they're pushed into the corner. Ryokai manages to get away as the cocoon comes out onto Blaze. Arbuckle and crew are being forced to retreat here. They barely missed that one, Epic Player.
Yeah, it was a really good look from Baby Makers there, but it's not quite able to get it.
The no control comes on out. Sanctification and Bunker are dropped to try to keep everyone healthy. Nice counter stun coming on out. Casper is low. Augur is actually going to be the first to go down here. Simply DK manages to get over the wall. McGiblets imbuing some of that speed to try to help Anubarak get away. Nice slow, though, coming up from the crippling hammer. Can Shikis get the autos? Simply DK going to turn it around to try to help the rest of the team escape. It's a double kill for Baby Makers, and they're going to go for the bottom boss.
Yeah, that was a crazy back and forth. We had Baby Makers chasing Baby Diamond Hands, and Baby Diamond Hands turned around and said, "No, we win this fight." And then they chase each other some more, and then Baby Makers turns around and say, "No, no, no, we're winning this fight." So it's a really good back and forth.
Falstad stuck clearing up the mid lane for now as the remaining members of Baby Diamond Hands are going to try for the top boss. Ryokai hit by the stun and gets hit with the pings in the meantime. Looks like Baby Makers is coming up for a possible play on this. Tyrael in the area is a big deal here. Deadwish in the area looking for a gust into the wall. McGiblets and Ryokai in some trouble. McGiblets needs a blink out, but will be going down. Falstad traded out here as Vivanche. He's going to get pushed back by the Riptire, and Urel is going to go down. Now Ryokai being chased out. Lupus needs an auto, and there it is. Bottom boss is going to be pushing through the keep, and Casper is now joined by Anubarak. Baby Makers is going for a double boss play. The objective available as well. They may be turning this around.
Yeah. Not sure if the Lunara Wisp was on cooldown, but would have liked to see a Wisp from the Lunara to scout out the fact that Baby Makers was on their way there to fight that. Would have let them get out sooner and maybe they could have lived.
Bottom keep does go down. There's a big wave here in the top lane that's about to be joined by a boss. Objective is ticking down here. Baby Diamond Hands, they're in a bit of a tough spot, but if they get a big teamfight victory, they've opened up enough of Baby Maker's side of the map that they could just move across and win. We'll see if they have what it takes to come on through with this defense.
Yeah, it's definitely defendable. You need at least 2 keeps down to end on this map, unless you literally 5-man team wipe them at the enemy core. Then you can do it with 1, but very hard to do it with more than without more than two or more.
Boss is softening up the top wall here for Baby Makers as it moves on to the keep. Objective is on the way. Deadwish has picked up the, or is working on picking up the camp here in the mid to try to help de-push those constant catapult minions. Gasper doing the same thing here on the left. And this is going to be a big moment. Baby Diamond Hands looking to defend this push. Bottom lane is already up to the walls of the core. Simply DK is going to scout out this alongside the Wisp. Baby Makers looks like they're going to be focusing on top lane.
Yeah, the keep is pretty chunked, so they should be able to get that.
Yeah, with that Junkrat poke with the cannonballs, yeah, it looks like they're not even looking for it. Baby Diamond Hands is just trying to slow the mid push here as top keep goes down. Falstad in the area, thinking about moving in for an engage. Baby Maker's still pretty healthy with this objective. Bottom objective is going to be breaching the core walls soon as well. Baby Diamond Hands moving back to try to defend, but the core is starting to take some minor damage. Baby Makers wants to find a pick here if they can. Core is actually getting pretty low here, already down to half, and Baby Diamond Hands is going to be forced to engage. Big Sanctification, though, from Tyrael, and the boss is being aggroed over. Big Mighty Gust as well, and Baby Makers successfully move forward with the objective. They're going to pick up this Game 1 victory.
Yeah, really good call from Baby Makers to go after that top keep. Mid's not really going to get anything more than the fort with how healthy the mid lane was. I would have liked to see Baby Diamond Hands there ignore clearing mid and focus on clearing either bottom or top first. Because with two objectives on your core, it's pretty scary, and especially with the Sanct and the level 20 Gust there, it is pretty easy for Baby Makers to close it out with the win there with how injured the core was from the objective pushing.
Very nicely executed. We'll take it over to the match summary screen here for a moment. See what's going on with the stats. Deadwish on the Falstad, top hero damage, getting ahead of Lupus in the end there. 54,500. Ryokai on the Lunara, nearly 57,000 there for Baby Diamond Hands. Take a quick look at the talents here as we get ready for game number 2.
Yeah, I was looking at talents. Nothing too spicy. There is an auto build Falstad. Most people have been going Q build, but I actually really like auto build on Falstad and think it's still a really good pickup. Especially when you're going to be split pushing as much as Deadwish was that game. Like, you're not going to be getting a whole lot of Q stacks and value out of those Q talents, so I like the adjustment of going for that auto build.
Very cool adjustment there indeed. Going to be waiting on game number 2, but the chat has redeemed a bunch of exercises. So Epic Player, take a little break here. I've got to head on over to the exercise screen. Let's see what we can do here. Propez, auras above. Let's see how much we can do before our next lobby comes up.
I can cover the drink water portion for you.
Excellent. All right, let's get into it. All right, what do we got? Curls, triceps, shoulders. Let's get those. What else do I owe you?
Take your hips directly up to the ceiling.
10 more shoulder presses. 10
Turn your
push-ups.
toes in and up and down, up and down. Last 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to turn your toes out, and up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Slowly walk back. Take it over to the side to lunge position. Remember, your heel, your knee, and your shoulder are in the same alignment, and you're gonna press your hip down gently. Ready, go. On 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch. Back.
All right.
2, 3.
Back just in time for the lock.
2,
Excellent.
3, 4.
Well, we got a lobby. We're going to Infernal Shrines. Let's see who chose the map. Team 2. Alright, so this one was chosen by Baby Makers. We got some water drinking. Perfect. Fantastic. I still owe Mundane Zebra a goose. I'm gonna see if he's in the hall. Hold on. He might be downstairs somewhere. Hi. There we go. All right. Turned with Goose. There you go, Mundane Zebra. The good boy is here. Oh. Epic, can you let the teams know that we're ready? All right. Well, good job, Propez. You've got all the bananas. Hey, okay. I can't hold him up here for too long. He gets feisty. Let's go into the draft. Thank you, Goose. You're a good boy. Alrighty. It's Infernal Shrines for game number 2. What a break we had.
Yeah, hoping for another close game here.
First one was very close. Baby Diamond Heads definitely had the control in the early going. Baby Makers swinging back with big late game team fights. Let's see if it's going to be the same story here on Infernal Shrines.
Deadwish on Baby Makers really making plays with those gusts, really giving his team the positioning and team fight potential they needed there. Thought they would struggle a lot more than they did in those big 5v5 team fights, but the gusts were huge. See my Evan Hawk fans.
No Hogger allowed this time.
Yeah, this is easily Hogger's best map, so no surprise there.
So when I think of Hogger, I think that Shrines is his best map, but I feel like no one quite has the impact that Hogger has on Alterac. Just in terms of being able to just solo take that back camp from level 1. Do you feel like it's pretty close there, or Shrines there's just too much that Hogger is good at?
I think all Alterac is his second best map. It's just if you let Hogger through on this map, like you have to draft your entire team around either bullying Hogger off of the shrine or looking for picks outside of the shrine, because you are never going to win a shrine with Hogger unless you draft your entire team around bullying them off of it.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, once he starts going in there, you literally can't get him off unless you've got a Tychus or something just mowing him down, forcing him to get out of that spin. Casper gonna go ahead and take that Blaze first with no Hogger available.
Yeah, Blaze, arguably the strongest offlaner right now, so no surprise there.
See what Baby Makers has in response. Stukov is up and available. Vala, we didn't see any Valas last time, but it is one that we tend to see pretty frequently here. A new Barak also available. What's Baby Maker's thinking here? They're thinking about the Rhaegar. So Cheeky's going to bring that Rhaegar in first pick here, and Marbuckle going with the Leoric. Interesting to see the Leoric this early.
A good matchup into the Blaze. Blaze has a pretty hard time into Leoric. The only reason you really pick Blaze into Leoric is to save the bunker. Like, you don't pick Blaze into Leoric to win the lane, because you're not going to do that.
Right. Okay. That does leave... Oh, the Phoenix is in. Ryokai locking up the Phoenix. McGiblet's going for that Stukov. This is the first Phoenix I've seen in quite a while. Usually it's like, Juan Pablo plays it. That's about it. But I know Ryokai is a Phoenix, aficionado. We just haven't seen Ryokai play much lately.
Yeah, there's not too many people willing to pick Phoenix. Ryokai is one of them. As you mentioned, Juan Pablo's the other, and then Godfilth from Diamond Hands is the other. Can't really think of any other people who willingly play Phoenix.
Anubarak is the next ban here from Baby Makers, going to force Simply DK onto something else here. See if Baby Diamond Hands... with this setup, I wouldn't think they're too worried about a Diablo, but they could just further choke down the tanks. Yeah, there they go.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting, because you're also choking your own tank, Okay, if we ban Diablo, they can't pick it, but then that's one more tank they can pick that we can't. And they go with the
Garrosh. Okay. So we got a Garrosh Rhaegar set up. See if they want to draft any more lockdown alongside this. It would be nice to have that Maiev, actually. But early banned there against Deadwish. It's going to be the Hanzo instead. Possibly get a ranged engage here. Or it could just be the Dragon Strike and the Entomb that we've been seeing a lot of.
Yeah, this is a pretty good map for Garrosh, because he can't use his E to throw the Shrine minions. It'll always focus on the heroes, because you can't throw the Shrine minions. So, a little fun fact there.
Last two picks here. Vivanche is going to bring the Lunara this time. Simply DK is going for a Varian. Okay. I was thinking maybe they would go for a Varian just to make sure that Phoenix didn't get busted by a shield breaker. But Garrosh already picked up there. So we'll see what Lupus wants for this last pick.
Yeah, the Varian and Stukov is a classic combo, the taunt and then the silence on top of that. So anyone Varian taunts is in pretty big trouble.
Kratsalot wants me to tell the dad joke. Why does Leoric get tutoring sessions from Nova? Because she did really well at Ghost Academy. Thank you, Kratz. Thank you, Kratz, for putting in those bananas. Oh, I had that before as I tell a dad joke, but I'm terrible at remembering them. So now I'm making chat tell the jokes, and I just read them.
There you go. That's one way to do it. So, yeah, on the side of Baby Makers here, their shrine, they have the Mephisto, Leo, and Hanzo, so their shrine control is quite a bit stronger than the side of Baby Diamond Hands. But Baby Diamond Hands does have the variant Stukov, so they're going to be trying to get some picks outside of the shrine. So it's really going to be on Cheeky's on the Rhaegar and Cubico on Garrosh to try and shut down that variant taunt engage. Whether it's a cleanse from Cheeky's or an ally throw, or just throwing the variant charges in.
See if they can pull it off here. We're in game number 2 on Infernal Shrines. On the left in the blue, it is Baby Makers. Marbuckle on Leoric, Lupus on the Mephisto, Becco on the Garrosh, Deadwish playing Hanzo, and Cheeky's is on the Rhaegar.
And on the right, we have Baby Diamond Hands. You guys all know who they are. We don't need to introduce their heroes. Get in the game.
Baby Diamond Hands is here and ready to go. Of course, that Phoenix being showed off here by Ryokai.
Cubico using the ally throw already, so... I don't think Baby Diamond Hands saw it, though.
In this game. How dare you. Mephisto getting a clear on those back minions. Leoric being harassed by 2 right now from Baby Diamond Hands. Blaze and Lunara are up in that top lane as Ryokai gets thrown in, but has the warp to move right back out again. We'll have to use that tap early. You can use that tap before the 1 minute mark and usually be okay.
Yeah, it'll be up again before objective.
See, the wave clear seems to be favoring the side of Baby Makers for the most part. As the 1 minute mark comes on
to be
in.
expected, as Baby Diamond Hands is doing a kind of a 2-1-2 split here with the Lunara in the top lane to bully that Leoric.
Yeah, Marbuckle just kind of caught in the back here. Can't do a whole lot besides just trying to clear away the minion wave against this Blaze and Lunara. Right now, Garrosh is checking the right side camp to see if they can pull off an invade, as level 4 is not here yet for
I
Baby
would like
Diamond
them
Hands,
to be
and therefore
aggressive
they don't
as
have a
they
tank.
do still see the Lunara on top side.
Yeah, there they
So
go.
since I still see 2 on top, I like this call.
We're just going to go ahead and take that right side camp. Very nicely done. Top wall about half dead here as Marbuckle... Oh, Marbuckle actually missing the W there, is going to have to retreat behind the gate. But we'll see how much damage can be done with a double camp here in the mid lane by Baby Makers.
Yeah, with the objective spawning in the mid lane, I do like this decision to try and get some push in the mid lane instead of going for that bottom camp.
Nice slow there from McGiblets, denies Cubico from going on forward. Decided not to pop the Indomitable to look for that throw. Simply DK has now become a hero, as level 4 is here for Baby Diamond Hands. But bottom camp is still going to be started up by Baby Makers to try to go for the trifecta here.
Yeah, they
like
did
they get
lose
it.
all of top wall with the Lunara pressure.
Top wall taken down. So Vivanche and Casper have moved back to start their Shaman camp before our first objective of the game. It's going to be an Arcane Punisher in the mid lane. How much of mid wall was actually beaten up? Only 1 tower down here, so a minor advantage, but you know, a little bit of an advantage in the mid lane here for Baby Makers. Rosh checking the mid there. Simply DK wants to step up. Baby Makers is a little bit ahead on the path to level 7. We'll see if they can pick that up before they have to engage onto this objective. Garrosh going to be taunted on the edge there. There's a nice follow-up from the Stukov. Casper actually going to get the connection, and Garrosh never got a chance to get out of that silence zone. Very nice pickup by Baby Diamond Hands for the first kill of the game.
Yeah, there's that classic variant Stukov combo. It's pretty brutal to deal with if you're not quite expecting it. Like I said, Cubico and Cheeky's really going to have to be on top of their game with either throwing the Varian when he charges before he gets that taunt off, or cleansing the taunt target.
Ryokai taking a little bit of actual health damage there as Lupus goes in with the Lightning Nova. But Baby Diamond Hands has a pretty significant lead on these minions. Garrosh on the way in to try to find a pick here. Getting slowed as Ryokai, gets interrupted on the warp and will go down here. Only 6 more minions needed by Baby Diamond Hands as Casper tries to poke in with the Crossfire. But not getting these last hits, and Baby Makers is actually stepping up here. They might pick up this first objective. The last hits are starting to come on through, though. Only 1 left. A lot of those just got claimed by Mephisto. McGiblets will die for it, but I think got that last hit, and the Arcane Punisher belongs to Baby Diamond Hands.
Yeah,
That was
Baby
a lot
Makers
closer than it should have been there, I feel.
Yeah, after they got that kill onto Cubico, Casper went up to go clear that top bruiser camp that was pushing in on the side of Baby Makers. And the thing with this first Punisher is respawn times aren't that long, so as soon as Cubico's back, they see Blaze still top, and they just Evo sprint at them on that shrine and get a kill.
Lupus 1v2ing from behind the wall there. Simply DK was ready to run down and taunt, but just never got the opportunity. Banche forced to tap here as Ryokai working on Garrosh from the edge. Nice job. Gonna get the throwback onto Varian. Simply DK is simply dead on that engage. Nicely done by Baby Makers.
Yeah. And, you see, that's what I was talking about there. Cubico, as soon as the Varian charges in, he pops his Indomitable so he can't get taunted, and then throws the Varian into his team so he doesn't get taunted in that Stukov silence. If Cubico is a little slower on that Indomitable, he doesn't get it off because of the Stukov silence, and he's the one who's dead instead. So there is some counterplay to this variant, and the tank matchup is basically the most important matchup in this series right now.
Nicely played so far by Garrosh. It is a longer cooldown than the taunt engage, than the Stukov lurking arm. So we'll see how many of those Beko can get here. As level 10s have arrived for Baby Makers. It is going to be the Dragon Arrow for Hanzo, so not going for the Dragon Strike and Tomb setup. Instead, going for the extra stun.
Yeah,
thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
I like the arrow, the Dragon Arrow, the Dragon Strike, because Garrosh has a hard time of trying to engage. His only option is to walk at the other team. So the Dragon Arrow gives them another form of engage if they can land it. Then Garrosh can walk up and taunt everyone who's arrowed.
To see if they can pull it off here. Baby Diamond Hands have their level 10s as well. Juggernaut, the choice for Varian. Bunker for Blaze. Massive Shove, that is the Purification salvo for Phoenix. And Thornwood Vine going to be the choice here for Lunara, going for that long-range poke. Arbuckle on the bottom side actually getting chased a little bit here as the teams are going to be looking to trade forts. That's pretty similar style to game number 1.
Yeah, Casper doing a good job stalling them though. They have a hard time pushing structures into that
Bunker is
blaze.
actually forced out there. Casper does stay alive here, but has stalled this out quite a bit and has cleared a lot of these minions away. So Baby Maker's not going to get the top fort, and now Baby Diamond Hands are actually dealing damage to the mid structure as well. Very nicely countered. Oh, Dragon Arrow is actually going to catch Phoenix on the edge. Lupus moves up to try to get more damage onto Ryokai. Great massive shove from McGiblets. It's going to save Phoenix for now, but an Entomb from Marbuckle is going to secure the fate there. What a trade of abilities here in the mid lane.
Yeah, really good play from both teams there.
Shrine is activating. We've got the Mortar Punisher up in the top lane. Back camp claimed here by Baby Diamond Hands, but Baby Makers is going straight to the objective, trying to get a lead on these minions. Beko waiting in the bush. Offlaners, Leo and Blaze not in the area just yet, but Phoenix is now on the way back. Eros just thrown away and repositioning here, as 19 minions have been claimed by Baby Makers. They're about to have their 13s, so they could be just waiting on that before they re-engage.
Yeah, they saw Leo Blaze bottom, so with Leo here, they're not too scared once they have that wave priority for the vision. And Baby Diamond Hands recognizing that, walks away.
Baby Diamond Hands gonna look for Marbuckle on the outside. Leo has the walk to get on out, though, and it looks like they are indeed conceding this objective. Blaze pushing up the bottom lane just a little bit here. Leoric trying to catch the soak in the mid. This Mortar Punisher has been claimed by Baby Makers. See how much they can do with this. Mephisto was really, really good follow-up to the jump. So whoever catches that jump is going to have to be pretty careful. Was that Abolish Magic?
Yeah, they do have
Okay.
Abolish Magic to cleanse the Punisher.
Oh, big engage there, and Phoenix is popped. The Durance, too much. And Phoenix goes down. Simply DK in the area as well will fall. Nice job by Cheekies coming on through with the Ancestral to make sure there was no counter kill. And that was a great double kill there from Baby Makers. Nice arrow engage.
Yeah, if you cleanse the Punisher jump, you don't have a cleanse for the arrow, so Baby Maker's recognizing that and ripping the arrow.
Nice cooldown.
Instead of
counter.
pushing top, it looks like they're going for the mid fort. I like the call.
Gonna step up here. Rhaegar will be helpful for this. That was kind of Rhaegar's old thing, was like Rhaegar does damage to structures really well. As Casper engaging on the outside, big silence arrow is going to come on out, as well as the Purification salvo. That'll be it for Mephisto. Great job catching them on the flank there. Baby Diamond Hands is looking for more. Arbuckle is just going to cut off the advance by just a little bit here. Looks like it's actually going to be enough. Sometimes you try to do that as Leoric, and you just realize that you've created the exact same path forward for the enemy. But he did cut off a couple of people from moving directly into the bulk of Baby Makers.
Great flank from Casper there on the Blaze. A little bit unfortunate for Lupus that Cubic Code didn't throw Lupus. He threw the person who was farther back. A little bit unfortunate there.
Leo headed up to the top lane to try to keep Blaze at bay. Mephisto is now up and ready to join the team here for Baby Makers, who are still ahead on the path to level 16. Those kills definitely helped in the catch-up experience department for Baby Diamond Hands. We're just going to have to clear out this bottom lane for a moment. This could be mid-fort. Ryokai, oh no, is just going to warp on out of there. 3 vs 4 defense for the meantime, though. Gotta be a little bit careful here. So continues to clear the bottom lane as Leo making sure there's no big flank coming towards them in the top. Looks like the teams are content to just get their macro chores done, get their waves in parity before the Frozen Punisher in the bottom lane becomes available.
Looks like we have Baby Diamond Hands looking to get a little bit of pressure in mid here, but all of Baby Makers is here, so I'm not sure how much they're gonna get.
Ryokai's shielding is gone here, trying to move in on the edge. There's Hanzo finishing up that scattered quest on level 1, getting the extra projectiles. They were testing the waters, they were poking out there, but no kill to be found. As the shrine announcement should be coming up in a couple seconds here. See if Baby Diamond Hands can actually finish off this fort. Leo going to be saved there by the Into the Fray, as Lupus tries to counter-engage, but Baby Diamond Hands is able to back away. Hanzo clearing up the top Shaman camp a little bit faster than Baby Diamond Hands here. So we'll see if Baby Makers is able to jump on this shrine first.
And with that catapult, the wave for Baby Makers is going to win, so Casper has to clear. So Baby Makers should be able to get pretty far ahead on this shrine.
I'm going to go ahead and fire that up. Simply DK just scouting with that banner there. Blaze still stuck in the top lane, dealing with the Shaman camp, but wants to peel away and join the team. Baby Makers getting a pretty significant lead here, but on the edge, Garrosh is taunted. Yumiko is low as Vivanche. Oh, gets the execute kill there before the Ancestral can land, so Baby Diamond Hands picking up an early one. Ryokai moves forward, wants to get this kill onto Cheekies. Rhaegar is down. Lupus turning it around, though, with a big Durance of Hate. Is going to get the kill onto Phoenix, but Casper finishes off Hanzo in the bottom lane. That's a 4 for 1 here for Baby Diamond Hands.
Yep. Good kill on the Garrosh there, just before the Ancestral went off. If that Ancestral goes off, that fight looks a whole lot different.
Absolutely. But as it is, Baby Diamond Hands gonna slowly clear this shrine. They know they've got all the time in the world. They're gonna leave poor Stukov to slowly whack those minions down. But they are getting lane pressure in return here. Casper's just gonna go ahead and take this top fort. Simply DK pushing out the bottom lane to make sure this Punisher moves up alongside the minion wave. We've got a camp that's gonna claim the mid fort. This is going to be a pretty effective Punisher going over to Baby Diamond Hands.
Yeah, really good macro decision there from Baby Diamond Hands. They get both top and mid fort instead of just 5-manning objective and capping it right away. So, really good heads-up play.
Arbuckle trying to clear away this Shaman camp as the Frozen Punisher is starting to spawn in. 20 probably isn't here on this push for Baby Diamond Hands, so it could be an even fight for Baby Makers on this defense. But afterwards, the level 20 advantage will definitely be keeping Baby Makers off the map, unless they can pick up a lot of kills here.
Yeah, with this since it's a Frozen Punisher, I would have liked to see Baby Diamond Hands hold the shrine at 39 and try and play for 20 and push with the Punisher plus 20s. But they have to cap it right away. Maybe they can still get this keep with 20s, though, coming online any minute now.
The Frozen does turn it off for now. That definitely helps out with the damage. Garrosh taken down to half health. Is trying to move on forward here. Punisher is low. Simply DK going to get the taunt onto the edge. Follow-up jet propulsion is there. Marbuckle sent back to full health, though, as Leoric is saved by the Ancestral Healing. 20s are in for Baby Diamond Hands. Ryokai stepping up with the Purification Salvo. Gets the team low. No kills just yet, though. Is able to warp back to safety. Marbuckle is going to be the first to go down, but trading out for Blaze. Ryokai stunned there by Garrosh. Not going to get thrown in, though. Garrosh forced to retreat as Ryokai working on the core a little bit here, trying to get some damage off this shield.
Baby Diamond Hands still sieging. They have the Impalers and a Catapult.
Oh, Simply DK going to be saved by the massive shove. Core down to 75% here. The poison's still ticking away. Garrosh is mounted, though, trying to catch up. There's Varian going in to try to slow him down. Simply DK is down. The Giblets is going to be thrown in and taken out. Ryokai slowed. He's going to get hit with the scatter. There's the Unconquered Spirit. Oh, actually gets the counter snipe onto Rhaegar. That's a huge deal here.
That is a pretty good kill. They're going to have a lot harder time sieging to try and take one of these forts down without their healer. Also, the totem really good at tanking.
Just going to have to take this mid camp to try to even up the pressure here. Blaze is going to be back in just a moment. So Baby Makers, unfortunate there, not going to be able to get as much pressure as they hoped.
Yeah, Yubiko is tanking this, but can't do that for very long. As I said, their healer's not here, so they're having a much harder time sieging than they would have liked.
They're going to ultimately get mid. Bot lane is, I mean, they have to go through a whole wall here, so I don't think they're going to get a lot done in this spot. Unfortunate that they get so many kills in the late game and the map just isn't primed to let them push forward.
Yeah, they saw 2 top, so I would have liked to see them push bottom a little bit, as they did see 2 top, but they end up just going to clear mid and just stay off the map a little bit.
20s are now in for both sides. It is going to be the Silence Entomb. We've got the Titanic Might here for Garrosh, able to throw both of the frontliners into the back if necessary. Garrosh is spotted by that Sentinel Wisp. That is going to be a big, big tool here in the late game, as Lunara just getting Infinity Vision with that E.
Yeah, Sentinel Wisp is such an insane talent, honestly. Just the vision radius is absurd.
I wish it was worse so I could pick the Gallop. I love anything with movement speed, and I just can't pick it. It's like, Crush, you're not allowed to pick the hippity hop. You have to take the vision. I'm like, I don't want to take the vision. They're like, take the vision, Crush. I'm like, dang it.
It's just too good.
Oh, goodness gracious. But we do have an Arcane Punisher coming up on the top side. This is going to be pretty defining moment for both teams. Shrine is active now. They're both trying to keep an eye on the edge. The Sentinel Wisp in the mid is making it very difficult for Baby Makers to find any kind of angle here.
Yeah, bit of a rough spot for Baby Makers. They have a much harder time stepping in because of that Sentinel Wisp.
He's waiting on the bottom side. Oh, Marbuckle's going to go for it. Just going out there. Finds Simply DK. Not going to commit the Entomb just yet. Instead, just going to move up and start the clock on these minions. Deadwish and Cheekies. Got to watch out for Casper here. Nice Sonic Arrow is going to scout that out. Here could be coming the collapse. There's the big taunt. Unstoppable comes out onto Garrosh. There's the throw forward. Simply DK absorbing that damage as Ryokai looking to flank in. Endurance of Hate does not connect here. And Marbuckle may be caught on the edge. Wanted an Entomb onto Ryokai but didn't get it. So Leoric is going to be the first down.
Arrow.
Big Dragon Arrow is going to land. Ryokai counter-engaging with the salvo. Double Ancestral keeping everyone very, very healthy though. Leoric is the only one down so far. Could possibly come back in time if Baby Makers wants to make a late engagement here.
They are going to have 3 catapults on their core, though. They are going to take quite a bit of core damage if someone doesn't go back to deal with that.
Oh, Lupus putting out some big damage there with the Mimic and the Lightning Nova. The core is starting to get pinged here. Simply DK is low. Great Unstoppable, though. Saves onto Mephisto. Big taunt in the back is going to be it for Simply DK. Cubico is low, but manages to get away. Oh my goodness, the crossfire doesn't connect, and Lupus survives. The core is starting to fall in health, though. Big counter Entomb is up. Ryokai is low, thrown into the back. The Unconquered Spirit not going to be enough here. Core down to 44% as Baby Makers responds with a 3-for-1. Rhaegar actually sent all the way back to base as Stukov is chased and taken down here. Deadwish wants Vavanje. He's going to hit the Dragon Arrow. Oh, the dodge is in. Can Deadwish catch up? There it is. The ace is completed.
I think Baby Diamond Hands overstayed a little bit, thinking that those catapults were actually going to end the game. But the minion wave ends up clearing out the 3 catapults there that were on the core. They do lose around 25% of their core health, though.
Yeah, they were at like 70-something. Now they're at 44, I believe. Once
Around
again,
there.
they kind of just can't go win. They had to clear out the bottom lane. They're going to try to use the Punisher here on the top side. It's still a pretty good situation for them, but this is defendable. Lunara is still down for 20 seconds. I think it's still defendable. But
Yeah.
the members that are up now do have to be careful. They're probably just going to have to concede the keep.
Yeah, they at least have to wait for their Lunara, because if someone takes that Punisher jump with it and there's no cleanse for it, pretty sure they're dead.
Rico looking for Blaze here, doesn't get the throw. Massive shove comes on out as the Punisher is baited in. Marbuckle was looking for something on the edge, does not commit it. Lunara is now up and in the mix, so we have a 5v5 here as the Punisher pushes in. Dragon Arrow lands onto Simply DK. There's the Silence and Tomb as well, and Varian is down. Ryokai on the edge is trying to turn it around, but the Ancestral double heals is so powerful here. Keep is being shredded by Mephisto and will go down. The Punisher has been baited to mid, though. Massive shove by McGiblets. Oh, there's the bullseye gonna connect, and it's a double kill for Baby Makers. It's not a sure thing just yet, but they're gonna see if they can poke into this core.
Yeah, their damage charm dealers are a little bit low, and they don't have the best core damage. But if they
Mephisto
can,
and Hanzo, yeah.
yeah, if they
Zeros trying
can
to
get
step
another
out.
pick though.
And Tomb in 9 seconds. Marbuckle could look for that. 22 seconds till Varian is back. They're trying to get these minions in the top lane up. Casper's thrown in and stunned. There's going to be no taunt, but they do block the jet propulsion. The Entomb comes out just in time, and Blaze is down. There's the Marbuckle going in. They're looking for Ryokai. Unconquered Spirit is going to get the save this time as Cheekies moves up, but the core shielding is still at full here. Baby Makers somehow just can't find a way to get onto this core.
Yeah, their core damage is just not high enough to end there. They got the pick that they were looking for, but again, Hanzo, Mephisto, not the best damage dealers to buildings. And they have 3 Katas marching on their core again, so they can't really stay even though the Blaze is still dead.
They're going to steal the camp because why not? Leo dealing with the bottom lane here is in vision, so they can't really step up into any fights. They're looking forward to see if they can get this steal. Varian does spot it with the banner. Plays back in about 8 seconds here. Because now Baby Diamond Hands is... they're going to have to make their last stand. Bottom Mortar Shrine is going to be very important here, but, I mean, once again, it's got to go through 2 structures, so even that might not be the end of the game for Baby Makers if they don't get enough kills.
And they have Blaze clearing on the side of Baby Diamond Hands, deep pushing their waves. Looks like Baby Makers is grabbing that Khazar camp, maybe try and get some more damage to this fort.
Blaze is showing back on the core right now, just dealing with these catapults. Leo has the forward scout. Secret Agent Q, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the show.
This is a really good objective spawn for Baby Makers, because the side that their keep is down is the lane that the Punisher's pushing, so they don't have to worry about those catapults pressuring their core and ending the game. Whereas on the side of Baby Diamond Hands, they are going to have a Bruiser and Katas pushing on their top lane. So Baby Diamond Hands is probably going to have to look for a really fast fight here.
They are setting up in the area. Simply DK is looking to get forward vision if possible, but they don't know exactly where Baby Makers is just yet. Wisp is going to go forward and find Garrosh. Leo and Blaze are in the area, and this is going to be the fight. This is going to be the big one. Baby Diamond Hands. You see those camps pushing in the mid and the top? They're looking for Leo on the top side. Marbuckle manages to get into the Wraithwalk just in time, though. Good attempt from Baby Diamond Hands as neither party has started the shrine just yet, and there they go. Yubiko is thrown into the back. Gonna get taunted, though, by Varian. Gonna force out the Ancestral pretty early in this fight. That's a good one for Baby Diamond Hands as they try to get the last hits on these minions.
Yeah, I'd like for Baby Diamond Hands to step up more. They need to play fast because they have a lot of pressure coming down towards their core.
Top lane is starting to move towards the core here. They've got a healthy lead on these minions. As now, Baby Makers trying to take things slow, but try not to fall too far behind. Arbuckle steps up as there's the Mimic coming on out. Dragon Arrow into the back on McGiblet's going to get hit with the Silence and Tomb as well, but the damage isn't in the area. Leo is somehow staying alive for long enough to get the trade onto Stukov. Cubico in the mix is going to get taken down, but the core is now starting to feel the pressure on the side of Baby Diamond Hands. Casper is starting to back away as Lupus goes forward, can't stop the back. Blaze is back to defend the core. Baby Makers, down 2 members, are chasing Ryokai here. 33 health, the bullseye doesn't hit. Ryokai manages to barely get away there as Lupus, Deadwish, and Cheekies are going to try to pick up this Punisher while down 2 members.
They do have the Leo coming up soon.
Leo's going to be back in a moment. Casper in the back line looking for Lupus. Simply DK can't quite catch up here. Ryokai back in as well. Arbuckle needs just a couple more seconds here to come back. And there it is. Leo is back. Only 4 more minions needed though. Phoenix is down. They're so close on these minions. 39. There it is. Baby Diamond Hands managed to get the Punisher, but Vivanche is being chased out. Marbuckle gets engaged onto here. Can Leo get away? Oh, has to watch out. There is, oh, the Ancestral lands. Oh, even with the minus 40 healing, it's enough to save Leoric, and this game will continue here.
Really good cleanse from Cheekies on the Rhaegar there onto the Hanzo allowed him to jump over the wall and get away from Casper and Simply DK there. If it wasn't for that cleanse, Deadwish is dead, and Baby Diamond Hands probably marching onto the core and ending the game.
Garrosh a little bit low there. Blaze got pretty low. There's the dragon. It's going to land. There's the Durns of Hate as well. Simply DK is going to get cleansed. And there it is. They're going to have to start to move back. The Punisher is now onto the core. Actually jumps back onto the Hanzo. Silence and Tomb comes out on the Blaze. Massive shove does not connect, but Casper healthy enough. They're trying to get into the core here. Baby Diamond Hands wants to end the game right now. Phoenix is trying to get in the area. Cubico is low. Vivanche is actually going to be taken out. Core down to 29%. Simply DK on the outside trying to get these last hits in. The Punisher still super healthy though. Varian is down. Casper on the top side is going to be enough. Baby Diamond Hands evens up the series 1-1.
Baby Diamond Hands still able to end the game there at the end. Those catapults, while they were fighting over that top trend, that 25% core damage really made a difference there. So even though they maybe overstayed and lost that shrine, in the end, I mean, that 25 to 30% extra core damage they got from staying and fighting a losing battle ended up getting them the win in the end.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the post-match summary here, where we see Lupus leading the way in all categories for Baby Makers there. Top Siege, 115,500 hero damage, my goodness. And also top Soak there, just to top it off. Vivanche and the Lunara, nearly 109,000 hero damage there. Very nicely done by the Forest Dryad. Let's finish out this prediction here. Did I not start a prediction? I'm literally so bad at predictions. I'm the worst ever. Oh, how do I do it? We'll get one for the next one, team. Sorry about that. Let's take a quick look at the talents here as we update the scoreboard and get ready for game number 3.
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary for talent.
Yeah, everything looking pretty regular.
I would have
going for the damage reduction there, as is tradition.
Yeah, I maybe would have liked to see the spell power reduction from Casper at level 7 instead of the attack speed slow, but attack speed slow is still good into Hanzo Rhaegar. So
Absolutely.
Still a really good pickup either way.
Good stuff, good stuff. Well, our series is 1-1, Baby Makers versus Baby Diamond Hands. We're going to go to a very short break. After we tell this dad joke, Kratsalot wants another one. Why did Greymane kill the Murky? Because he likes to go for the toad. I think that's a stretch, buddy. That's a good one.
I think Murky's more of a frog than a toad.
A little bit of a stretch
Acceptable.
there. But I'll take it, I'll take it. We're going to go to a short break while we wait for the next lobby, so don't go too far. It's going to be game number 3 of this big baby matchup. Sit tight. Hello, hello, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 3 of Baby Makers versus Baby Diamond Hands. How you feeling so far, Epic Player? How's this series for you?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, 1-1 so far, so maybe you can get a game 5.
It's possible we don't get... It's no 3-0 sweeps today, which is fantastic. Love it when we get some back and forth in these series. Let them know that we're ready to go as we quickly jump on over to Map Select, so you can know what the state of the series is. If you're just joining us, Dragonshire, Sky Temple, Braxis Holdout, and Tomb of the Spider Queen have been banned away. Alterac Pass picked up by Baby Makers, game number 1. Baby Diamond Hands strikes back on Infernal Shrines for game 2. And we're going to be jumping into Towers of Doom here for game number 3. The draft is ready. Let's see what these teams want to pick up. What are your favorite picks here on Towers, Epic? Like, if you get to just craft the draft, what are you picking up?
Kind of depends.
You like the globals here? You like the roamer, like your Tracer Zeratul sort of setup? You just like big siege? What's your favorite style?
I prefer banning 2 globals, and then so I like banning the like a Falstad and Brightwing, and then the enemy team is either forced to ban Dahaka or ban OP picks like Johanna, and so then we get one or the other.
Okay.
So
we got the
Ed was
Falstad to
banning the
start here.
Falstad.
No Maevs allowed still here by Baby Diamond Hands. Not wanting to see that.
And they banned the Haka.
They're following the code here. Very nicely done. Reb
Wonder
Not
if-
Red, thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime. Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying your emotes. And no Lucio allowed once again here by Baby Diamond Hands. That's the second ban Lucio has caught this series.
I'd expect either a Johanna or a Brightwing for first pick here. Probably the Johanna, because the hero's too busted.
See if that's what they go with. It's Baby Diamond Hands. Yep, they're going to take it. So we'll have to see if maybe the Brightwing is taken. Baby Diamond Hands wanted to control that global by dangling the Johanna out there.
I'd like to see Diamond Hands pick up the Brightwing. That way they have the only global.
Wouldn't mind an early Lunara here either. They have been playing it. It's going to be the Blaze, and it's actually going to be a Sylvanas here from Ryokai.
Maybe Diamond Hands not having a priority on the global. Instead, they're just going to pick 2 really strong meta heroes that are flexible for whatever plans they have in the second half of their draft. Now, their draft could go pretty much any direction they want right now.
There's that Vala finally making it into the draft. Lupus picking that up, and Cheekies is going to grab the Stukov this time, rather than the Rhaegar. Johanna Stukov's pretty good. It's a good pair.
Yeah, I wonder why they decided to go with the Stukov this game instead of the Rhaegar.
They've got
Since,
more stuns that they're trying to line up here. You've already got Johanna to slow people down briefly, Vala for a stun. Maybe they want to add something else on top of that, and they just want the silence to help get these kills.
Got a Medivh ban.
Medivh Johanna, I mean, I guess we just don't see Johanna a lot, but Medivh Johanna, I guess could work. Allow Vala to play a lot more aggressively, as we see Junkrat banned out by Baby Makers.
Personally, I'm more scared of a Zarya when it comes to hyper carry Vala than I am a Medivh, but I think a Medivh man is fine. Anduin, Diablo.
Diablo here for McGiblets and Simply DK. So far, they've got a team that can definitely go in. That light bomb is going to cause some trouble in the back. We'll see if Baby Makers has what it takes to respond here. As I try to find the tank. There we go, Diablo. Last 2 picks. Could throw on an extra support or pseudo-support. There's that Zarya you mentioned.
Zarya
And a
and
Lost
a
Vikings. Baby Makers pulling out all the stops here.
Yeah, so they're just going to be trying to shove it down that bot lane. Wasn't sure, I do like Vikings on this map. I wasn't sure if either team had a Vikings player, as I don't know the team of Baby Makers too well.
I'm not sure if I've cast their Vikings before from previous seasons. Vivanche locks in that all-familiar Hanzo here.
I like the draft for Baby Makers a lot more than I like the draft for Baby Diamond Hands here. They don't really have anything to deal with the Vikings other than the Sylvanas, and they draft last picks of the Hanzo, so they don't really have anyone to deep push in the bot lane. I would have liked to say something maybe like a Chromie or a Gul'dan, something that's just, or a Tassadar, something that's just really hard to siege into, so they don't get that value of just shoving down a lane with 4 members.
To see what they can do with it here. I did remember the prediction this time, chat, so bet those bananas. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be the double support Vikings comp? Is it going to be the big team fight setup from Baby Diamond Hands? See if Baby Makers can give them the runaround here with this setup. It's going to be very interesting. Towers of Doom here as we load on in. It's going to be game number 3 on Towers of Doom. On the left in the blue, we have Baby Makers. Arbuckle is on the Lost Vikings, Quebeco on Johanna, Cheeky's on the Stukov, Deadwish on the Zarya, and Lupus playing the Vala.
And on the right for Baby Diamond Hands, we have Casper on Blaze, Vivanchia on Hanzo, Ryokai on Sylvanas, Simply DK on Diablo, and McGiblets on the Anduin. I think Baby Diamond Hands is going to have a really hard time this. They, like I said, they really don't have anything to deal with the Vikings other than the Sylvanas. If they have Sylvanas deal with the Vikings, they're just going to get ran down in the bot lane here.
The running shall commence. Baby Makers stepping right up here as the Vikings are going to split between the top 2 lanes. I imagine we'll see Eric just basically doing a lot of dismounting of Blaze so far in this game as Becco steps up onto Simply DK. Nice follow-up there, but there is the bubble to get Deadwish a little bit of extra energy. Yeah, I think the early game, at the very least, the early game is going to be pretty tough here for Baby Diamond Hands.
Yeah.
Baby Makers already starting the siege here. Deadwish using that personal barrier to soak up some of these shots. Right now, Blaze is kind of stuck in the mid right now, is trying to rotate on through as effectively as possible, but double soaking versus Vikings is not fun.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way Vikings is playing this matchup. I would have liked to see Olaf in the mid lane and Balog on the top. And once Blaze fast clears that mid lane, just have Olaf freeze the range minions under towers, so he can't really double soak. Instead, the Blaze is able to double soak really effectively. Although, well, even though Blaze is able to double soak, the bot lane is having issues.
Top tower does go down here. We'll see the sappers. Don't you hate it when that happens, when they all just crash right into the gate?
Yeah.
Johanna gets pulled in there, actually taking a big chunk from that negative armor. The level 4s have come on through for Baby Makers, and that's only going to make this this bully game that they're running right now even stronger.
Yeah, as I was saying, I would have liked that last pick for Baby Diamond Hands to be something that's really good at deep pushing, because the Hanzo just and the Sylv, they just don't have the deep push they need. Something that can just force them off the buildings or clear waves really fast.
Hanzo did go for that W quest, going for the scatters. Has the explosive arrows here to try to help out at least a little bit in the wave clear department. But yeah, still definitely not. Nice job. Hanzo actually picked off there for first blood. Ryokai getting hit. Was that to feel the heat? Look at that. Zarya with the extra long beam. Almost finding the kill onto Sylvanas there. And as our first altars are activating, Baby Makers might be picking up an entire fort here before the 3-minute mark.
Yeah. This is just a really big draft gap right now. Like, Baby Diamond Hands just doesn't have any of the tools to deal with anything that Baby Makers is doing right now.
Johanna capping the top, or the bottom bottom altar as Olaf caps the back one. Right now, Eric is trying to move up here for one more interrupt, but will not get it. However, delays for long enough. Simply DK actually in trouble on the bottom side. The flashlight is going to help confirm that kill. But even with the 2-for-1 there, only 3 shots from the side of Baby Diamond Hands actually got through as bottom tower was claimed.
Yep, Marbuckle deciding to sacrifice Eric to save 1 health on their core. Not a bad trade.
I think that's pretty worth.
Yeah, it's worth.
Nicely done there by Marbuckle, having a pretty good showing on the Vikings so far. Right now, Ryokai trying to step up here with the absence of Stukov and Johanna to help clear away this bottom fort. Blaze trying to catch up on the soak here. Trying to keep Baby Diamond Hands in the game, but right now, Simply DK is caught, slowed in the silence, going to force the leap of faith there from the Giblets. And now the main 4 are back in here on the defense for Baby Makers. Between Sylvanas and Hanzo, their poke onto this fort is okay. It's not, you know, it's not amazing. It's not like Tassadar or Chromie level like you were mentioning.
Yeah,
they're not
back
locked back
eventually.
there. Ryokai stepping up there, trying to clear this away. Cuts the black arrows out as Kubiko is caught on the edge, has to pop the Iron Skin to get back into the team. Sylvanas is just locked into this fort, though. That's one of the, you know, seemingly one of the only downfalls of Johanna right now, is you can kind of just walk next to Johanna, especially pre-10. There's not a whole lot that she can do about it.
Yeah, but once she gets, you know, 13, 16, you know, if you ignore the Johanna and just walk next to her, you're gonna take a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, so that damage comes online, becomes a big old problem. We do have 2 altars spawning on the top side here. Vikings going to pick up the left side. Casper and Vivanche trying to get this right side, but Eric is continuing to cause problems. Deadwish actually thrown into the kill zone in the bottom lane, but moves back to safety. There's the expulsion zone. Ryokai gonna get pulled right over that by McGiblets as the Vikings continue to harass that top right channel. It's not dead yet. Eric is gonna go down here. McGiblets is low, tries to get the self-heal off, but is taken down. Looks like the Vikings finally gonna give up. Are they giving up here? Casper's got the channel. Marbuckle has an auto. Oh my goodness. Vikings are just showing their value here on Towers of Doom.
Yeah, you have to have one of the other people come up on the side of Baby Diamond. It's like, I've played this matchup, or well, not this matchup, I've played Vikings quite a bit on this map, and let's just say the other person does not have any fun if they're left on their own. The Vikings could stall forever.
There's 3 sappers moving through the bottom lane here. The Giblets is going to have to step up. Oh, it takes a big hit there from Stukov. Expulsion Zone is going to isolate Simply DK for now. Dragon Arrow coming in from the edge, so as Vivanche comes on in. Light Bomb, and Apoc's hitting 3 as well. Lupus managing to survive for a little bit, but Vala ultimately goes down here. Great ults on the engage there for Baby Diamond Hands. So Vivanche getting out of trouble. And this is where the power starts to get turned up for this red team. They had to spend a lot of ults, but they managed to take control of the bottom lane back.
Yeah, really good arrow. Really setting everything up there. They just have the APOC and Light Bomb follow up afterwards. But this game is still going to be really hard for this side of Baby Diamond Hands because they are going to have to pull that off multiple times. And it gets pretty hard, especially if they're splitting correctly on the side of Baby Makers, because Johanna can Falling Sword the arrow target or the APOC target.
Absolutely. Becco clearing up that bottom lane as the rest of the crew grabbing their left side sappers. Ults are still all up on the side of Baby Makers here, so they could take an engage. We're still 18 seconds out on APOC and Wailing Arrow, as our double bottom lane altars are now spawning in. See what this team fight looks like here, as both teams are actually on the edge of level 13. We'll see if they can get enough wave clear to get that talent tier going.
Casper's coming in for a flank.
Oh,
Big arrow.
Dragon arrow onto 3. There's the light bomb. There's the APOC. It's a triple stun coming on out. Silence is good, and Vala taken down again. Now Stukov on the outside is caught by Simply DK. The healing is enough to survive, though. They pulled it off again. Epic. Nicely done by Baby Diamond Hands.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to have to pull that off multiple times. I want to be a little bit critical of Cubico here. He can't stand next to the Vala, because the Vala is the kill target. He has to be away from the Vala so he can Falling Sword if they do land that arrow combo.
We'll see if that adjustment gets made here by Baby Makers, as the bottom channel did go over to the side of Baby Diamond Hands. Vivanche on the top side is going to get interrupted by Marbuckle once again. But with multiple in the area, there's only so much these Vikings are going to be able to do. Lupus is actually back here. Wow, they're actually back to full strength. They could come on through and try to get this channel. There's Eric on the top side. Blaze is trying to get in range for an interrupt. Will get it, but the fight continuing on the bottom side. Simply DK getting caught. Rain of Vengeance, but there's a huge Dragon Strike again. This time the Light Bomb does not land. The Falling Sword from Cubico on the backside, but Casper is in range of Lupus. Has to pop the bunker to try to survive here.
Fights all over the place.
My goodness, it just keeps on going. Olaf going down on the top side. Will fall here. It looks like Baby Diamond Hands is being forced away. Johanna taking a lot of hits here. Here we go. You gotta watch out. There's the Wailing Arrow, and that's gonna be the snipe. Nice job by Ryokai there, getting the ping there in the bottom lane. Good turnaround on that. So 30 to 23 on core health. Both teams still fairly healthy here as we approach the level 16s. Goon coming in with the tier 1 for 2 months. Flexing those emotes. Back to the crew. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're enjoying the show. So we are here in game number 3.
And Baby Diamond Hands still in a pretty rough spot. If Baby Makers can make those adjustments they need to for those team fights, stay a little bit more spread out so they don't get massively womboed, Baby Diamond Hands should have a really hard time.
Push up with these sappers, but Ryokai is going to get out of trouble there. 16s are in for Baby Makers. Icex coming in with the big raid. Welcome, everyone. We're here in game number 3 of this Storm Division matchup between Baby Makers and Baby Diamond Hands. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good cast there. Hope everyone enjoys this one. As Baby Makers now trying to push forward here. They've got to watch out for the combos. Vivanche is definitely going to be looking for it. Altar, single bottom lane altar is going to spawn here. All the ults are up and available. This is where we're going to have to see the adjustments come on out from Baby Makers. They've got to be ready for this next long range engage. Here comes Blaze on the outside. They've got to watch their split here. They're staying split, but Casper is watching Deadwish on the outside. Olaf is trying to get this channels. Ryokai is actually chased out there by Lupus. Becca going in there, has the Iron Skin. Uses that to move on back. Olaf looks like is going to get caught and popped. So we're back to the core 4 here versus 5. Nice interrupt there from Zarya. As the plate again is going to come on through, the Vikings are going to join this fight. Simply DK, a little bit on an island here, is going to be slowed down by Johanna, but there's the flip. Stun in the back coming on out is the Vikings move on forward. Eric is going to be the first to fall here as Marbuckle is forced to retreat. Another Iron Skin from Johanna. There's the nice body blocks there from Casper. Dragon Arrow is only going to hit onto one. APOC comes on out. Oh no, they're not going to get the full combo. Light Bomb doesn't connect. Can Baby Makers turn this fight around? Simply DK is low to get pulled out. Wailing Arrow is committed here. And now they're on the chase. Ryokai is caught. There is the Haunting Wave. And there it is, Baby Makers managing to weather the storm there. And it should only be a matter of time before they pick up this channel.
Yeah, really good play from Baby Makers. They're making sure that they were spread out. Like I mentioned before, as long as they're spread out, Baby Diamond Hands can't really do a whole lot.
Giblets heading on back to base to get that mana up as the pressure is going to mount here in the bottom lane. Vikings still soaking best as possible to try to find level 20s here for Baby Makers. Camp is up. Looks like we're going to have ourselves invade. Or at least, no invade just yet. They're just going to go ahead and grab their own camp.
Baby Makers was thinking about it, but I think they just barely saw the Blaze was still here, so they didn't want to commit for that invade.
Sappers are simply going to be traded here. Let's see what this setup is going to be. Baby Makers would love an engage if they can find it. Though the ults are starting to come back online for the side of Baby Diamond Hands. Sappers being cleared in the bottom lane as Blaze thinking about coming down for a fight here. Simply DK wanted a stun, didn't quite get it. Blaze is actually getting body blocked on the way down to the bottom lane by Olaf. It's pretty funny. Olaf is going to get caught, jumps into the air there. Marbuckle will lose one Viking, though, as our next triple altar phase is now spawning. Here we go, is isolated on the edge here, pops the Iron Skin. Johanna going to be able to move back, but is going to have to sit tight on that cooldown for just a little bit. See what the Vikings can do to control the top side here. Baby Diamond Hands don't want to lose too many of these altars as they're down to 19 core health.
Baby Diamond
Hands got the top left. Vanche wants a channel. Zarya's got the next interrupt. Blaze is stuck on the top side here dealing with Eric.
Yeah,
so
Blaze
this is a
is
4v4.
Blaze is never gonna get that cap. So
Blaze.
Baby Diamond Hands has to force something and send someone up to help.
There's the engage from Simply DK, repositioned with the domination. Johanna is going to just use the Iron Skin to move on back. Vivanche waiting for an angle as the Vikings get the top right channel here, putting the core health down to 11. Vivanche is going to get interrupted by Zarya once again. See if Deadwish wants to try one more time. Looks like no. They're just going to give away and be happy with their 2-for-1 here.
Yeah,
so
good call
will now be
from
26 to 11.
Good decision making there from Baby Makers, recognizing that Blaze is giving up that top shrine, and so that means he must be rotating down. And so instead of trying to stall more and look for more stalls and fights over that bottom shrine, they just give it, since they already got 2 shots.
Baby Diamond Hands is going for a boss play here. It's not scouted yet by Baby Makers, but they're just going to move up and take this bottom fort. This does protect their core from a possible, you know, if they lose a fight, taking any extra shots. Losing the bottom lane control is a little bit tough for them right now. Maybe they just figured without the level 20s they weren't going to be able to defend it anyway. So
Yeah,
might as well do something on the map.
Yeah, Lupus is a far flight, so he can just siege that fort down from outside of fort range. So no matter what happens, their Diamond Hands was going to lose that fort, so they opt to go for the boss instead.
Okay, so they get something done, and now they're gonna get in here and try to stop these sappers from moving on forward. Blaze actually picking up the sappers in the top lane, gonna run into that wall as the Vikings continue to harass that rotation. Expulsion zone not gonna isolate this time. There's the Sonic Arrow coming on out as well. You gotta watch for these ults because they're almost ready to go. Sappers, one is gonna cross the line there to bring the core health down to 10. Now Baby Makers has their level 20s as we have a single altar spawning in the mid, and they're gonna be rotating right around to try to find this fight. Balog discovered in the mid there. Eric scouting on the edges as well. Casper actually spotted by Lupus there. Good game sense as Eric is taken down. Johanna pops the Iron Skin to try to group them all up. Cheeky's channeling here is going to be interrupted. Marbuckle still has the channel though. Dragon Arrow not going to be there in time. And that's going to be 5 shots into the core here. Play again on the outside is doing a lot of damage to Casper. Light Bomb comes on out as Eric and Balog are the first to go down. Johanna on the chase wants this kill onto Hanzo. Pops the spinning hammers. The slow is going to be enough. Hanzo is run down by Johanna. Simply DK turning it around onto Lupus, but they're all so low health. Casper is going to get into the bunker as Simply DK manages to get away. Blaze not going to be so lucky. McGiblets is low. The Heaven's Fury is enough for the kill. It's a 3-4 Vikings on the side of Baby Makers. Only 5 shots left. They could try to get some of these sappers in. I think I would just go for a 6 cap here, honestly, because they don't have a boss play available.
Yeah, it looks like Baby Makers agrees. Simply DK and Ryukai going to try and take down bottom, but with Kibiko there to help defend, I don't think they'll be able to get it.
It'll be a little bit slow, to say the least, as Johanna just cleans up those minions. Is going to try to put some extra damage onto Ryokai.
I was going to kill
in
Ryukai.
the area. Oh my goodness, Ryokai is trying to blink away, and Sylvanas is taken down. The Heaven's Fury damage is too much. Diablo is isolated once again, has to pop the Hellgate to survive. Vala and Olaf are sieging the top lane here as the next altar is spawning. With Sylvanas down for 48 seconds, that seems like it pretty much seals the deal here.
Yeah. Johanna, by the way.
Johanna,
100
by
owing
the way.
Sylvanas. Like, that hero's damage needs to get nerfed.
The damage is very high. It's very, very high. Arbuckle and Lupus trying to get the 6 cap here on the top side. Casper
they don't even need it. They
on
can
the edge
just tap.
here. Gonna get a quick stun as the Viking is gonna be saved. There is the 6 cap. And now all Baby Makers has to do is delay. There's the light bomb coming on out, but it's going to hit onto the iron skin of Johanna. 4 shots on the core, now 3. Only a little bit of time left here. Simply DK is just AFKing in the back. Baby Diamond Hands has conceded. Nicely done by Baby Makers. They're going to go up 2-0 or 2-1 here.
Yeah, and as I said after draft, game is really, really hard for Baby Diamond Hands there. As you can say, like, they just struggled to do anything. They had a few good looks when they hit level 10 with the Arrow, Light Bomb, APOC combos, but as soon as Baby Makers adjusted and stayed a little bit more spread out, they just couldn't do anything.
Very nicely drafted. Let's take a look at the post-match summary here. Not a lot of hero kills to be found. It was just macro and map control doing really nicely for Baby Makers there. Lupus just dwarfing the damage there, coming out at almost 105,000. Ryokai trying to put in some work there, over 80,000 hero damage as well. But Zarya Vala is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good if you don't prepare that as a possibility when you're drafting. Like, as soon as you see a volley, like, you have to be aware, hey, they might play Zarya, and, you know, do some cheesy macro stuff. They ended up banning the Medivh. As I said, I think the Vala is, or I think the Zarya is much better with the Vala than the Medivh. You know, maybe at, like, the very highest level, the Medivh's better, but it just takes so much more practice and coordination to play with the Medivh than it does to play with the Zarya.
Well, it definitely showed there. Baby Makers making good work with that composition. They're in striking range of a win here. They're up 2-1. See if they've got what it takes to close out this series as we update the scoreboard. Bring it on back to us for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 maps we had were a lot closer, so I don't think this will be an easy 3-1 by Baby Makers by any means. And Baby Diamond Hands certainly has the potential to come back and win this series.
See if they can do it. We don't have a lobby just yet, so we're going to go to a quick break, save the breath, get some water in us. We come on back, it's going to be game number 4. Baby Makers versus Baby Diamond Hands. Sit tight. Hello and welcome back here. We're setting up here for game number 4, Baby Makers versus Baby Diamond Hands. And we've had a really good series here, Epic Play.
Yeah, it's been pretty back and forth these last few games. You know, it's 2-1 in favor of Baby Makers, but still anyone's game.
Absolutely. Baby Diamond Hands could absolutely take another one back here. We've got Battlefield of Eternity going to be our next map as we head on over to Map Select. Let you know the state of the series if you're just joining us. Dragonshire, Sky Temple, Braxis, and Tomb were removed. Alterac Pass, picked up by Baby Makers. Infernal Shrines by Baby Diamond Hands. And Baby Makers strikes back again on Towers of Doom. They've chosen Battlefield of Eternity for our 4th map here. Let them know casters are ready to go. So if we do go to a game number 5, it'll be between Cursed Hollow or Volskaya Foundry. I think we've got a pretty good map pool this season. I like this season's map.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer to add Blackheart's Band in the map pool, but that's just me.
Black Hearts, okay, okay. So Black Hearts for Volskaya then?
Yeah,
I'll have to put it
I'd do it. Yeah, I'll vote for it.
We'll get it in the vote for next season. It'll be good. We actually had a full map revote in the NGS amateur divisions. Usually what they do is they drop the least popular map and then you vote on something else to replace it. But there was so much back and forth in the community about how, you know, it was all busted and nobody votes for new maps and blah, 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 blah. So they're like, okay, we're just going to do a full map revote. And we got the exact same map pool as last season. Oh, it's funny how things work out sometimes. There's that Maiev band coming out from Baby Diamond Hands. They've been doing this all series long. Didn't expect them to stop now.
Let's see what these teams prioritize for first pick. Battlefield, usually one of the maps some teams will let the Johanna through on, because it's generally believed to be her weaker map. So we'll see where the Johanna falls this time.
Baby Diamond Hands considering their next ban here. Probably not worried about the Vikings. They're just going to keep that Lucio ban rolling. It's Baby Makers. See if they want to let that Johanna through. Rhaegar is up. There's a lot of powerful heroes still available. I wonder if they're just going to ban the Blaze since Hogger's already off the table. No, they don't want to see Johanna. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. Hero is still best.
It's still pretty good, despite the map not being quite in Johanna's favor. Still a pretty good hero.
See what they're looking here for first. Like maybe a Hanzo or a Li Ming tend to generally be people's go-tos for first picks on this map. Really good poke and immortal burn. Instead they go with the Blaze.
Casper really likes that Blaze first. We'll see if Vivanche actually gets a hold of Hanzo, or if Baby Makers wants to scoot that up here. Vala is available as well. They could go back to that. All the healers, besides Lucio, are an option. A lot of possibilities here for Baby Makers. I imagine we're going to see a damage and a healer. Have to see the countdown here. There it is. They do grab that Hanzo, and it's going to be Rhaegar this time for Cheekies.
Yep, Hanzo, really good on the map. Mortal burn, scouting, all that good stuff. And Rhaegar, one of the supports that actually has pretty good immortal burn too. So really good one too, coming out from the side of Baby Makers. See what the response is from Baby Diamond.
Stukov, another good one for whacking that immortal, and they do pick it up there. Vala pretty good at it as well. So both teams just making sure that, you know, they're not falling too far behind in the race element here.
See what the ban is. I'm not expecting hyper carry Vala comp. If you do that on this map, you tend to need some or sort of other immortal burn, like maybe a Malthael on your offlaner or an Artanis on your offlaner, or something else that can just burn immortal. If you go hyper carry Vala, then you tend to struggle with that immortal burn.
Nara banned away there. Creepy X coming in cheering 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it very much. Diamond Hands, they're looking at Rhaegar Hanzo. Murden is a tank that we do sometimes see on Battlefield of Eternity here. They're going to take away the Diablo. I wonder if it's going to be a Murden or possibly another Garrosh here for Quebeco.
Yeah, Garrosh is pretty strong on this map. You know, being able to throw the enemy into an immortal stun is pretty strong.
See what the choice is going to be. They could hold their tank for last pick. Wouldn't be too surprised to see a Leoric come on out with this Hanzo again. But they're going to take the Garrosh now. And Marbuckle's going for a Dahaka. I think this is our first Dahaka of the day that made it through the bans.
I don't recall if it got banned, but it's the first Dahaka pick of the day, definitely.
All right.
Dahaka's, you know, this is generally considered one of his weaker maps, but he's still really, really strong on the map, and being able to, soak for that level 7 or whatever talent tier you're getting towards for that first immortal is pretty strong.
So it
And
is
Baby
actually
Diamond
gonna
Hands
be,
does go with the Zarya. Not a
they
big
do go
fan
for
of
the
it.
carry.
'Cause, as I mentioned before, they're gonna be lacking on the side of the immortal burn. Because if you send Blaze doesn't have great immortal burn, and if you send the Vala to do it, then you're not really killing anything in the team fight.
Definitely looking to see them grouped up a lot more than split. Deadwish gonna lock in the Junkrat in the last spot here, so very large range coming out from Baby Makers between Hanzo and Junkrat. Could do their best to try to stay away from the advancing Baby Diamond Hands here, but they might also just kind of, do work on the map. Since Baby Diamond Hands is drafting a comp to try to stick together, maybe they just spread out and try to create pressure that way.
Yeah, especially with the Dahaka there. The Dahaka's gonna allow them to create that split pressure that they want, and they'll have Junkrat Hanzo to be just long range trying to poke down that immortal. And I think Baby Diamond Hands is gonna have a pretty hard time once again dealing with this draft on the side of Baby Makers. Because as I said, their immortal burn is kind of lacking. Like I said, if you send the Vala to go burn the immortal, well, that's your damage, that's your hyper carry. You're not really gonna kill anything in a team fight.
We'll have to see how they do it. Thanks again, FreePX. I appreciate that a lot. You're here in game number 4. On the left in the blue, it is Baby Makers. Quebeco on the Garrosh. Deadwish is playing Hanzo. Lupus on the Junkrat. Cheekies playing Rhaegar. And it is Marbuckle on the Dahaka.
And for Baby Diamond Hands, we have Casper again on the Blaze, Big Giblets on Stukov, Ryukai on the Vala, Simply DK on the Muradin, and Vivanchi on Zarya. And they're swapping up the lanes, so they're going to be abusing that Zarya to tank some tower shots. But it looks like Baby Makers is already sniffing this out, floating
Garrosh.
around in the middle.
They're waiting in the mid here. Marbuckle spots it. They're going to try for a drag, but a nice counter stun comes out. Ryokai thrown into the mix here. Is actually going to get executed there. Nice job by the flanking Garrosh to destroy the engine of this this setup as Cheese gets thrown in there by the Into the Fray. Oh, they're having fun out there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Junkrat was just pushing forward into the Blaze a little bit. See if the lane split remains the way it is as Lucas has come up to the top. Simply DK has the dwarf toss over the wall. Looks like Muradin gets away just fine. Puts the basic spray down. Vivanche could be in a spot of trouble here as Garrosh trying to step up once again. And wow, this setup from Baby Makers is actually holding their own really well here as they look for Simply DK once again. But now they're starting to get a little bit bruised from this the poke from Zarya.
Yeah, unlike the Towers of Doom game, Baby Makers has the anti-siege. They have that Junkrat, so it's a lot harder for Baby Diamond Hands to just 4-man run it down into towers.
Garrosh a little bit poked here, but is going to move away. Simply DK down below half, but just Muradin things just going to kind of go back to full health over time, as one does. Baby Diamond Hands picks up that top camp. And we're approaching the time where teams are going to start to worry about their shaman camps before the first immortal phase. Pushing the top lane still happening here. Nice wave clear coming on out. Junkrat going to try to step up and clear this as best as possible. Nice stun under the wall there. Garrosh going to be able to move back to safety. Vivanche, almost thrown into tower range. That could have been ugly there. But overall, pretty decent counter clear. Like you said, Junkrat pretty good in that spot.
Yeah, as I said on that Towers of Doom game, I would have liked for Diamond Hands to draft some type of anti-siege. With the Junkrat here, it's really hard for Baby Diamond Hands to do that siege.
Garrosh
Teams are moving to their bruisers now.
Garrosh with a little bit of a heat check there in the top lane as the shaman is picked up by Baby Makers. 2 heading on back to base to get their resources tapped up. Right side Shaman is going to be claimed here by Baby Diamond Hands, and we'll have to see who has the initiative here on our first Immortal of the game.
I shall purge your evil from this land.
Van Cleef, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the show. We're now into our first Immortal phase. Hanzo has picked up the clear talent on level 4. Nice stun train coming out onto Simply DK, but Muradin's still pretty healthy. Look at the counter damage coming out from McGiblets, really bruising the side of Baby Makers there. Pretty even on the Immortal clear thus far.
Yeah, instead of
About
Baby Diamond Hands
1200 damage
slightly
difference.
faster.
Now we're into race mode here. We'll see if yeah, they're just both teams are just going to race it out. It's going to be close. Very close here.
Yep.
But it looks like Baby Diamond Hands slightly ahead are going to get a little under 900 health on this shield on the Immortal in the bottom lane.
Baby Diamond Hands just slightly faster. Deadwish is the auto attack at level 1, so once he gets that quest completed, the Immortal burn will be so much faster.
Beko stepping up there, just making sure to threaten a throw over the wall, but the Stukov silence is going to make that a lot harder. Avante is actually thrown over by the concussion mine. Big plays coming on out from Lupus there, and that's going to help them clear this Immortal a lot easier. The wall does go down here, as Blaze is headed on back up to the top lane. Garrosh, almost double stunned there, but very strong defense there from Baby Makers as they look to move into the bottom camp.
Yeah, again, having a hero that has really good anti-siege capabilities like that Junkrat, so important into a hyper carry comp that will just run you down.
Simply DK manages to get over the wall there. The Giblets has been doing a really good job of making sure those lurking arms go down whenever there's a Garrosh throw, just to give a little bit of extra time for the target to get on out of there. DK, now speed barrier definitely going to help with that as well, as Super Muradin charges on in there, gets flipped in, jumps right back out. Tahaka and Blaze keeping an eye on the mid as Blaze is starting to possibly rotate down here. Baby Diamond Hands could be looking for a pick. He's just staying in the mid. Not going to go for it, though, heading on back to the top lane.
Blaze decides that he can't miss that top lid. He goes to soak.
Staying pretty even on the experience so far here. There's the level 1 quest for Garrosh being completed. 5 minutes, 41 seconds on the, what's that, Warbreaker? Warbreaker on level 1?
Yes. Warbreaker's the level 1. Little side note on the Vala, we have auto attack build, but we went Arsenal at level 4. So a little bit more mana sustain, but less burst damage, which is a bit interesting, as most people will go the bonus
Garrosh
damage on the
flank. Finds the stun onto Vala, but there's the speed barrier to help Ryokai escape. Pretty much only wants to flip Vala if at all possible. Maybe Zarya as well. But flipping Muradin over and over again so far is not producing a lot of results. Oh, nice reposition though, Muradin. Oh, that was caught mid, thrown into the stun there. Can they find this kill? Muradin does not have a leap to get out. Nice slows, and Simply DK finally does go down. Marbuckle trying to find something after the dig in. I mean, if you can throw Muradin mid jump, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, now that Junkrat has the silence traps, it's really scary if the Muradin gets thrown in, because then he can't just leap out. He'll get trapped and silenced afterwards. So they can kill the Muradin.
There's the throw. Vavanche has this personal barrier. Big taunt coming on out from Beko. Nice pushback as well. Zarya just nowhere to go. Is going to be taken down here. Pretty strong position for the Immortal burn here on the side of Baby Makers. This is going to get them a sizable shield as it pushes through the, I believe, top lane? Yeah, top lane is more defended right now.
Deadwish completed his level 1 redemption in that last fight, so his Immortal burn is insanely fast now.
Team's actually grabbing their Shaman camps after the objective. Since the first one went through pretty quick, they didn't have the time to do it before the second.
Yeah, objective going top really favors Baby Makers here, as their Bruiser will be pushing in the lane opposite of the Immortal, so Casper is going to have to stay down there to deal with it, so you can't look for a flank and forcing for 5v5 fight.
Very high shielding here on this Immortal. Rebecca trying to step up and find a throw as the wall is starting to come down. Junkrat, almost repositions Murden. Actually sends Ryokai over the top channel there, so gonna have to take the long way out. Big shove from McGiblets. He's gonna send Garrosh away there. And the defense continues. Mortal trying to move into fort range here as the shield is going to ultimately fall. Lupus looking for a reposition opportunity. Big arrow coming out from Hanzo. Simply DK is stunned by the objective, but Garrosh is taken under fort range and burned down by Baby Diamond Hands for their first kill of the game. They're not going to save their fort, but they definitely stopped that from turning into something worse.
Yeah, I would have liked Baby Makers to wait a little bit on the arrow. Ancestral was about, 6-7 seconds off of cooldown, and the fort was going down. If they rip an arrow when the fort is right when the fort goes down, I think that looks a whole lot better. That is if Baby Diamond Hands overstays and doesn't back out before the fort goes down.
Absolutely. Any kind of defense or offense you're trying to do around a Junkrat is just so difficult. Lupus has been making life pretty difficult here for Baby Diamond Hands so far. As Marbuckle, the rest of the team coming through too. The massive shove does connect to deny any further engage. Junkrat pushing out the top lane here. See if there's going to be a challenge on this camp. Garrosh finds Murden on the top side. It looks like the burn is too fast though. Baby Diamond Hands picks that up. And without their level 13s, they really don't want to fight at this particular instant.
Baby Makers was
this could be trouble here. There's the bubble thrown into the back, taunted under fort range. There's the bump from... manages to get over. Is going to get stunned again, though. Big silence coming on out onto Muradin. Can Simply DK get away here? Is the Avatar enough? No. So many resources spent as Quebeco throws Lupus in there. Avanche is thrown into the back. The Feel the Heat, not going to get the counter kill. 2 kills for Baby Makers right before this Immortal spawn. Looking fantastic here in the mid game.
And while Muradin was getting tossed around, Deadwish and Ryokai were having a little 1v1 by themselves on the bot side of that fight.
Wow, I mean, just Baby Makers is looking tremendous here so far. They're on top of this Immortal now. Zarya and Murden have now spawned. They're on the way back. Putting up a little bit of defense here is Baby Makers as the halftime show is complete. Simply DK trying to find a position, is going to see Cheekies there, as we are in neutral positions once again.
Good stun on the Garrosh.
It's unstoppable. Kubiko is going to try to get away here. Ancestral is going to land. Big stun and taunt, though. Can Garrosh get on out? Finds the counter stun, but the bunker is enough. All 5 members piling on in there to get that armor. There is Dahaka on the top side, just running into an army there, and will be taken down. Strong defense so far.
Arbuncle maybe running in a little too early there, as his team was not in position to help him out.
A little bit of poke coming on out from Deadwish. Lupus trying to throw in those grenades as well. Bala on the top side is getting this burn going, so there's not a lot of threat from this 4-man, but it is threatening enough without Dahaka there to keep Baby Makers at bay.
They can see that the Immortal's getting burned and Vala's not there, so I'd like to see Baby Makers be a little more aggressive here, since the main damage isn't there.
There they go. They're going to try to step up and get the last couple hits here. It's very, very close. Vala is doing a good job of knocking this down, and Vala's damage is going to come through quick enough. Baby Diamond Hands, got to make sure they're not picked there. They're going to have a small shield on the Immortal as it pushes through the top lane. Unfortunately, the catapults have locked down this lane over to the right side, so there's going to be no minion support for this objective.
Yeah, I think a little bit of unnecessary fear on the side of Baby Makers there. once you see that the Immortal is getting burned, and you see that the Vala is not there, you know that their main damage isn't there, and you shouldn't really be scared to step up if you're the the Garrosh there.
Arbuckle could be in a little bit of trouble here as the whole crew from Baby Diamond Hands is wanting to pick up this bottom fort. Here comes Baby Makers looking for a flank. Junkrat a little bit behind. I don't know if they get here in time. Dragon Arrow's actually going to connect onto 4 there. Massive shove stops Garrosh for now. Still finds a huge taunt there as Vala is going to be the first to fall. Zarya is the next to go down here. Simply DK managing to toss over the wall, but Marbuckle is thrown in by the into the fray. Deadwish in the corridor, finding the last hit. It's a triple kill for Baby Makers. Wow, what an arrow coming on through from the north.
Yeah, I liked the rotation on that fort on the side of Baby Diamond Hand. Realizing that they weren't going to get a whole lot with that Immortal and that they could take that bottom fort. Unfortunately, I think Baby Makers cleared the Immortal a little faster than Baby Diamond Hands expected. And they managed to get there in time, along with that massive arrow from Deadwish.
Really, really nice stuff. That allows a free fort to be picked up in the bottom lane. Dahaka able to defend versus the Blaze pressure. See, they're starting to move aggressively. We'll see if they're looking at an invade on this camp or just possibly looking for the solo laner here. Garrosh taking a very forward position.
Baby Makers does see 4 people in bottom.
4 people are down there. Garrosh, oh, there's the root stun. Not going to go for it, though. The rest of the team was back starting up this shaman camp.
Yeah,
Baby Diamond Hand's doing the same. Bulls are about to spawn in. They're in north-south positions once again here. Neither team having the positional advantage. There it is. Got the defense being set up first by Baby Diamond Hands. Dahaka is still in the top lane looking for a flank. Marbuckle not going to get hit onto by the jet propulsion. The team is starting to move up there, but the Dahaka movement speed is going to be too much. Deadwish starting to poke in here. Junkrat starting to throw a couple of grenades. Baby Diamond Hand's going to have to find a fight here quickly.
And this is the problem with Baby Diamond Hand's draft. The side of Baby Makers, they can just poke all day. They have Dahaka, who already cleared that Bruiser camp. And Baby Diamond Hands still has to respond to that bottom Bruiser.
Now Blaze is on the way there now. Looks like the defense is still there. Blaze showing in the bottom lane, so Baby Makers is going to start to make their way up here. Kubiko in the back, looking for Vivanchi there, but not quite finding it. There's the Dragon Arrow going to stun 3 in the back. Marbuckle moves in and gets the drag onto Ryokai, but Vala able to move back and hit that Rain of Vengeance. There is the Tunneling Claws to get Marbuckle back to safety, but a huge jet propulsion onto 2. Kubiko is low. Cheekies with the Self-Ancestral not able to land it onto Garrosh. That's a good kill coming on through for Baby Diamond Hands. Their bottom lane is still under a lot of pressure here as the Shaman camp is still spawning those dogs in.
A really good shield from Vivanchi onto Ryokai there, making sure that his Vala gets cleansed with that level 16 talent and is able to get out of the CC chain. And with that, they have enough damage to get the counter kill on the Garrosh.
Forcing a forward defense here. Baby Diamond Hands is going to move to the left side of the map. Blaze is responding to the bottom keep as it is starting to take damage from that wave. Just trying to clear up those catapults and get back towards the team. Lupus, with those grenades over the wall, is looking to just tip this Immortal over in the favor of Baby Makers. Marbuckle on the outside, wants to find a drag. Nice unstoppable personal barrier, though, from Vivanchi. The scatters and the grenades are just doing so much work here on the side of Baby Makers. Less than 2,000 health to go.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Wow.
They send the Vala to race, and then they have no damage to get killed.
Dragon Arrow is going to interrupt the Lurking Arm. Marbuckle getting the drag there. Can Kubiko get away? Big taunt onto 2. Is there any damage, though? Vivanchi is low. Gets into the bunker. Kubiko is so low. Simply DK wants the kill. Ryokai is caught, though. The trap from Junkrat is too good. And the concussion mine confirms the kill. Vivanchi trying to get out of there. Trying to trade out for Cheekies, but Zarya is down. The Immortal is pushing the top lane, and Baby Makers is still chasing on through. Oh no, they turned around. Garrosh is going to find Casper there. Big stun. His silence is not going to be enough for the save. That's a triple kill, and this could be a march to victory here.
Yeah, Baby Makers with some really strong play. And it looks like they're having brawls on both lanes.
GG has been called there by Casper. Simply DK is just brawling in the back here. The Immortal is pushing onto the core with the 2 catapults. This is going to be it. Baby Makers with the 3-1 victory over Baby Diamond Hands today. Very well played.
Yeah, Baby Diamond Hands looked pretty strong in the first 2 games today, but or first 3. How many games? 4 games? Yeah, first 2
Yeah.
games today. But the last 2 games, I think they kind of drafted themselves into a corner. On that Towers of Doom game, they didn't have any response to either the Vikings or the Zarya. And here on Battlefield, they drafted the Zarya hypercarry comp, but then they didn't have any way to burn the Immortal, and they didn't have enough macro to keep up with Baby Maker. So, despite the drafting themselves into a corner, they still tried their best and gave it their all. But Baby Makers just, did their
Very
thing
well
and
played today.
played to their win condition.
Very, very well played today. Let's bring up the post-match here for just a moment. Take a quick look at the stats there. Lupus on the Junkrat doing big work. No deaths, top siege, top hero damage there for Baby Makers. Of course, the arrows coming out from Deadwish were deadly this game. Vavante on the Zarya actually leading the way on hero damage for Baby Diamond Hands in the end there. To bring up the talents, I'm going to update the scoreboard and see if I can find ourselves an interview with our victors.
Yeah, I'd say this game, or this series, Deadwish should probably be my MVP. That Battlefield game, his arrows were massive, and the first game of the day on that all-track pass, his team was losing for, the good first, half to 3/4 of that game. But he was able to make some really big plays with Gus to turn the series around from the very first game.
Really nicely done. Looks like we are going to have ourselves an interview. You're in the NGS Discord, eh, Epic Player?
Yeah. Head
on down to Lobby 2. We're going to meet Cheekies down there. Alrighty. Cheekies, welcome to the show. Congratulations on the 3-1 victory.
Thanks.
Really nicely played today. Coming out with the 3-1. Let's just go through the series. Alterac Pass seemed like a pretty well a stalemate for quite a while there. What sort of broke the floodgates open in the end to let you surge forward for the victory there?
I think we kind of built a comp around like boss control, and basically it came down to a couple of really big boss fights, and I think that's kind of what snowballed the game for us. We weren't totally sure on some of the team fights, so I think that big boss play top. Shout out to Cubico for doing that, but it was really strong after that top win.
Yeah, I mean, you managed to get in there really, really nicely done. Sort of put the stalemate on Baby Diamond Hands for sure. There with that last play, nicely done. Moving into Infernal Shrines there, Baby Diamond Hands managed to strike back. Did you feel like there was a particular, crux to their comp that was able to parry you there?
I think we weren't too sure about playing into the Phoenix. It's something we haven't really seen much lately, and he played really, really well. In fact, he turned on me in the bot fight in the bottom lane with the shield, and it got me, set us back a little bit. And I think the Stukov played really well too. The silences were just really hard to play into. So a couple of like last minute mistakes in our decisions, but yeah, overall, I think they played really well.
Definitely a solid back and forth there. Any questions on the first 2 games there, Epic Player?
Not for the first 2 games, but for the series as a whole, how much prep went in for you guys? Because I know you haven't played in NGS because you didn't have to play the qualifiers for Storm Division, whereas Baby Diamond Hands has been, playing through Storm Division and HRCS, and so there's a lot of information out there on them. So how much prep work did you guys do for this matchup?
Well, there's 2 different types of prep work that we did. The first one was like scouting and trying to make sure that we understood what we wanted to play against and what maps and what we were going to do and what the enemy liked to do. But secondly, we wanted to scrim, but we really couldn't. So like Dead Wish was out for a long period of time before NGS started, so we weren't able to scrim with him on the team at all. We recently had some scheduling issues with our other player, so we've only played 2 scrims so far prior to this. So we're just really excited to play and get a victory, which was a little surprising, but I think everybody played well.
I mean, especially the last 2 games here, really, really nicely done. Towers of Doom coming out with the Zarya Vikings comp seemed like you just kind of had control of the whole game there. Uh, we were thinking it just seemed like a draft victory there. Do you feel like there were points that seemed like the game wasn't in the bag, sort of there on Towers of Doom? It seemed like definitely once the ults came online, you had to make some adjustments.
No, I mean, so Marbuckle is just like a sleeper OP offlaner, and she came in with the Vikings pick, and we were kind of holding it and sitting on it. And I don't think they had any idea that that was coming. So, like, I think we just built a really strong comp, and they weren't able to really do much into it, and just probably lost that one in draft.
Okay. We saw Baby Diamond Hands there in Game 4 try to draft something somewhat similar with the Zarya Vala there on Battlefield of Eternity. Um, what do you feel like sort of didn't work out for them with that comp that managed to work out for you? Like what were the big differences there between those 2 games for the Vala Zarya setup?
I think they just maybe might have had a little bit of miscommunications or kind of some back and forth because a couple of their bubbles and things like that just seemed a little out of sync. I think they were very close to executing it, but it's kind of a hard comp, and I think they had a sub, and their sub was playing Vala, so maybe they just didn't have a lot of experience together playing that, which might have been why.
Okay. Any final questions about the series, Epic Player?
Uh, yeah, since we have the support player here, I just have one question. What are your thoughts on the Rhaegar nerfs, and what are your thoughts on picking Rhaegar versus picking Sukov?
Well, Stukov got a pretty big nerf as well to his puddle build and a couple other healing top offs. But to be honest with you, I didn't really feel it that much in the Rhaegar game. He still felt really, really strong. I think I got almost 200,000 healing on the first Rhaegar game, and it just overall felt really good. The ancestral healing at 20 is just still really, really strong.
Fantastic. All right. Cheekies, congratulations on the 3-1. Rest of Baby Makers, very nicely done. The floor is yours. Any final shout outs you'd like to make here?
Yes, shout out to my team. You guys did so amazing. I had so much fun in that game, and really, really big shout out to Cubico. Thank you for playing with us. He like came in last minute as a sub. We've never played with him before, and he's just amazing. He played so well, and just thank you so much.
Awesome stuff. All right, Cheekies, thank you very much for coming on by. Congrats again on the victory and good luck going forward.
Thanks, guys.